The winner. And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 333. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we have no topics for you guys tonight because I wanted to actually go over that Emaru TwitchCon situation that happened over this past weekend, but our featured guests pretty much just told me at the very last minute that they have to drop out. And I would essentially have to wait like 2 weeks for them to essentially not feel nervous coming on the show. And I'm like, I'm good on that. You just lost your chance. I'm not doing that. That's just a little too much for me right there. There are certain lines I just got to draw. So today I was feeling really tired for some reason. Like last night I got off late because as you guys know, I used to get off like 9 to 5, the usual 9 to 5 that everyone does. And I would get home. I love doing 9 to 5. I love that shift. I could get home, rest for a little bit, and just game the rest of the Sunday night. But now that I get off later, it teeters into going into like late Monday morning. So I was really tired for some reason Sunday night going into Monday. And today I was pretty much I woke up. I don't know. I did something earlier. I think I got some videos edited to be released for you guys very, very soon. I'm going to be making a big comeback with videos that we've did on the show very, very soon for my comic book channel and this main channel as well. And then after that, I took a shower and I was still just really exhausted. And I just took another nap and I woke up from the nap. I streamed Master Duel and then I went out at like 5:40 my time, talked to some girls, and we got Starbucks and then I came home. So that's pretty much my day. But tonight, don't worry. I have water. So don't worry. So that's where we're
So wait, you're so tired because you got off work, were kind of lazy, then you slept, then you took a nap, and now you're tired.
I'm not tired
What
now.
is wrong with you, sir?
I think it's because I didn't eat or drink anything pretty much all yesterday. I think I ate like some fries yesterday.
Some fries? Is that what you call Little Caesars now? So Miss Sparkles points out that you're tired because of what you eat.
Probably. Maybe. Who knows?
Well, isn't it crazy that she called that like 4 minutes ago or something?
She's a woman. Her opinions generally don't matter, like with a lot of them. But, you know.
I know that they don't matter to you, but they are correct. And, there's a timestamp to prove it.
Gosh. But yes, no, I do have water. People say, do you have water here? I literally do. I literally have 2 cases of water here. When I'm in the work week motion, it's just bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Kind of a situation where.
Well, you got to get on to the next, Sean.
Yeah, like I go so ham in the paint.
Numbers business.
That I just
they paint your ham.
Basic things.
We know.
So
we hear what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I feel good now. I have that with my body every once in a while where I get really, really exhausted and I'm just out for the rest of the day, honestly. But no, last week I didn't feel that way. Last week I felt fine, but it happens sometimes. I essentially wasted my day off today just resting, but it's okay. It's okay. I just dropped my Starbucks.
Well, you're gonna go over and see Jim later, right? So it's not a waste.
You spilled your coffee?
No. That was I dropped my bag of chips.
All right. Well, yeah, because if you have carpet, that's gonna be a bit tired. Clean up.
It is.
You're tired, but have a bag of chips. That'll definitely be the energy that you need. That's what Jim requires you to have before you go.
Sun chips, okay.
Oh, that makes it so much better. Is it French onion flavor at least?
I don't. Okay, those are fine. I like the cheddar ones. I think those are really, really good.
Oh, you are so wrong.
The French onion ones are fine, but the cheddar ones are just S tier, actually. No, we should do a chip ranking list. I would put those at like they're like B tier. The cheddar, some chips they're all right. I eat them. But that's pretty much it. I had something set up, but the person dropped out literally this morning, like around 10 o'clock for just.
I get it.
Some of the most absolute bullshit reasons ever. But hey, it is what it is. I don't care. I'm moving on. It's fine. You know, I just will be like, wow, something happened. And you're just like, okay, it's just all going to end up being okay. Because even though we had a featured guest drop out tonight, we still have each other. We still have me and King Style and Gray. We still have the amigos. What's up, Holmes? My hombres. You know? No?
No.
Also,
but we're here. We
Bob
haven't
loves,
left you.
No.
Bob loves movies. He's not here this week because he's picking up
Night
his
dentist.
son. What do you say? Oh, he's picking up his son from the airport in the evening. So yeah, he wouldn't have been able to be here. He'll be here next week, but Gray won't be here next week because Gray's going to a concert or a show.
Indeed. It's going to be much better. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'll definitely send you a picture.
So you're going to leave me.
Uh-huh.
So will you
Just
be
a matter of
thinking
time.
about me?
No, I can't say that in the midst of having fun, I'll be thinking of MSK. But, if it's not for you, I wouldn't be having fun. So
that's true. When I put out quality content, I'm definitely thinking like, damn, I need to hire some more people because you guys sometimes can absolutely run it down. Good Lord.
Oh, it has nothing to do with the content you're putting out. I just mean, I'm constantly thinking of like, well, what could I do on a Monday night or a Wednesday night? There's got to be something better than this. And hey, I found something next Monday.
But the thing here is you already get paid a literal fat contract. It's for like 4 years. You're getting paid $10 million a year. Like, what else more do you want?
I mean, actual money.
Oh,
not this MSK money.
Monopoly money. Okay, we have standards.
Yeah,
here.
Monopoly money is not real money.
Says who? Are you a Monopoly sis? Monopoly lives matter, right? Good Lord. No. Apparently, Monopoly money's lives don't matter. But we also have No Kings protests, this past weekend. And I wanted to let people know we don't have a king here in America. We just don't have that. So whatever retarded thing that you thought was going on that wasn't a thing, well, at least you have absolute confirmation now that we don't have the thing that you were protesting about, But we'll start with intros really quickly, and then we'll just talk like dudes, hot, sweaty dudes on the internet, on a podcast, not having sex with each other because that would be really gay. So, Grey Poupe, how was your weekend and Monday so far, man?
Oh, it was great. I got to participate in the No Kings protest. It was amazing. You should have been there. It was quite the time. Inflatable people. It was good times. But yeah, you're right, MSK. We don't have a king, and the idea is to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
MAGA for life, bitches.
See, that's what I worry about. That sounds like a king.
Well, here's the thing, and as long as it's not like North Korea, which they don't even have elections over there, so there's no point in calling them like. It's weird that they call themselves like, whatever, but it's like just call yourself a king or an emperor because there's no elections. Nobody in North Korea, unless the siblings of the Kim family are gonna do a mock-up election. You're not electing people.
Well,
oh God, oh Lord.
I hear you, but you got to have that illusion of democracy, illusion of choice.
King Style, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Is your
Hey, I'm
King
good,
Wi-Fi
man.
working now?
Yeah, the King Wi-Fi is for now working, or what it may seem like that.
Good Lord, either you have Burger King Wi-Fi or you have KFC Wi-Fi. I don't know which one's worse, actually.
Well, tell that to the company that does that.
Like, I want people to understand how much better we have it here. Well, wasn't there there's this video I watched a long time ago in school about North Korea where like certain people are born with a specific thing that makes them blind or whatever, and you can't just get that extracted. It has to be done at some certain point. You have to go through some sort of like system or whatever just to have this basic thing removed from your eyes so you could see. It's like, I don't get why people don't think those countries are just absolutely much more less than we are. We have the best country, in my opinion, by
Dude,
far.
in
Would you want to live in
China,
Europe?
in China, they have a social credit score system that started off as being like ID or protection for children and all that, and it was all bullshit. It
Good
was
Lord.
basically like, dude, there's a reporter now that basically is homeless because he questioned corrupted politicians and people in the media over there. And
Yeah.
he can't escape the country, he can't work, he can't do nothing. Nothing. He's basically broke because they cut his money off. He
And
can't go and he can't even go visit his family
pretty sure
because he would need money for that.
pretty sure they just disappear people for that. You never know, man. Like oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys saw that podcast, that the one where it's the 20 versus whatever, and it was the PBD one where he said, "Hey, I'll pay for your flight right now to any of these communist countries right now." So Venezuela or North Korea, and these girls were like, "They're not communist." I don't know about that. But they were like, no, they didn't want it because,
Dude,
yeah, why would they
and
want to
and
leave
the
here?
elderly in China are treated very poorly, you know? Like
Mhm.
they're not treated with respect. Like if they fall down, you can't help them pick them up. You have to let them basically you're letting them to die.
Oh my God. Well,
Like basically certain people are okay, let's just say this. An ambulance is not the vehicle that's going to pick them up, but it's a white vehicle. Let's just say that.
oh my God,
It's
man.
not an ambulance. It looks like one, but it's not. It's a dark shit, man.
So I wanted to talk to you guys about this. I don't know if you guys actually know about the situation, the whole Hassan and the dog thing, like collar gate, as they say. I know
mean,
Gray
Collar
has
Gate?
animals. Yeah, because Gray, you have animals. So I know. Did you know anyone
You have
in your life
animals.
that ever used like shock collars for
Shock
their dog?
collar?
Yeah, for their dog.
Yeah. It's a training collar, man. Yeah, they're kind of awesome. So I got one for my dog. So the cool part about it is, so it's got 3 modes. The first one is just a beeping, so it gives you a little noise, and that's usually all the animals need. The other one is there's this vibration thing, and it's kind of annoying, but there's no way that it hurts or anything like that. And then the third one is the shock thing. Uh, I have used the shock thing once, but my
It
wife
was
didn't.
kidding.
She thought it might be inhumane to use it on the dogs, so she made me test it out first on myself, and it gives you a little jolt, but it doesn't.
What?
Yeah, dude, we enjoy a little bit of collar play.
What the?
I'm just kidding. I got
I am
two.
shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
A little shocked. But yeah, man, it's good times. So I use it for off-leash training. So essentially, like if you're going to take them to a dog park or something, or like anywhere where they can kind of roam free, they're not necessarily going to listen to you if they're like, 2 blocks away and you're yelling at them to come back. But man, if you hit that little beep button, just that noise, it instantly like just gets them to snap out of whatever they're doing. So I don't know, but yeah, I took him to the beach. I guess it would have been like April of this year. And man, one of my dogs really loves the water and one of them hates it. So he like touched the water and then just started booking it towards the road. So I was fumbling through the thing, tried to give him the vibrate and just shocked the hell out of him.
Oh,
Man,
poor guy.
instant like yelp, and then he instantly like turned around and ran right back to us. It can be really good for an actual thing where like, if the dog is going to hurt themselves, they need to know like immediately what they're doing is not a good thing. But
Yeah.
if it's literally that the dog is about to move out of frame on the camera, like what the fuck? So yeah, man. I don't have anything wrong with those collars, but there is something wrong with an owner who would
You
use it
have a
for that
problem.
reason.
You have a problem with the intent behind using the shock function on the collar. You said it as 3, right?
Yeah, so it's got 3, but then it has like a level 1 through 99 of the each
Okay.
level or whatever. So I have it on level 1, like
So
the lowest
You
shock.
didn't like
ever.
what happened with Hassan and the dog Kaya?
No, dude, that dude's like gross. And then it's
Yeah.
really funny because he keeps lying, and then people just keep proving him wrong. So he was saying like he's not reaching for anything. People have pulled up other clips where literally he has the remote on that side of the desk. He tried to show the collar saying like, nah, it's the kind that just vibrates. It doesn't have the prods in it. And then people were able to like really ramp up the brightness and the contrast, and they're able to see, no, it has those prods. You just put tape over it. Finally, the actual company that made it, the Educator company, they 100% confirmed, like, yes, that is the model that shocks. That is 100% our electric model.
Oh,
So,
you know what made it
dude
worse?
just keeps
You know what
taking
made-
L's.
Do you know what made it worse? Is that stupid retarded e-whore, Cutie Cinderella, when she said, "I went over to his house and I didn't see the dog getting abused." I want to just tell people this: let's just say, back in the day, like dudes would be like beating up their wives or some shit. Do you know, like the friends would go over and the friends would say, "Oh, when I went over, I didn't see anything." Like, no shit, he's not gonna do that in front of you, stupid whore.
Yeah,
Of course
he'd
he
have to
wouldn't
be
do
so
that.
fucked up in the head to actually do that in public, like in front of his friends or family members. The same thing with shocking the dog, right? Like, you're not gonna see that. Why would he show you that?
And then she said that,
Maybe
"Oh,
it's
when I
off.
looked at the collar, it didn't have it looked like a basic collar with a like shock function." It's like, sit, cutie. He was saying that it didn't have the problem people have with him. He said it didn't have a shock function to it, and that specific model does.
What's up with sparkles?
So I was like,
You
all
see,
right.
he-
Like, and then you know what's worse is you see bitches like this. God, Amaranth is so fucking retarded, man. Oh God. So she couldn't just help herself. But okay, so Amaranth is someone that loves animals, maybe sexually. I don't know. She has a farm. She takes care of her animals, and then she went to TwitchCon this past weekend with her husband. Keep in mind, this is the same husband she's dogged out in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people, claiming that like he abuses her. He was gonna take all her life insurance money. He was gonna wasn't it sell her animals or some shit. She just dogged this guy out. So this fucking cuck beta bitch loser. I don't know why he's still with her. You wouldn't be my wife,
You
dog.
know why he's with it.
You know why?
She's the meal
because-
ticket.
Because
I
he's
know.
desperate. He's desperate.
It's just so before I
He's a
get back to
captain.
Hassan and the shot collar thing, this
Yeah,
guy
you got to talk about your Amaranth.
do not be Amaranth's husband.
Ugh.
She dogged this guy out. She said he was
She doesn't have
abusive.
a husband.
She said he was abusive. He treats her like shit. He was gonna pawn off her dogs to someone. She
MSK.
I would pawn
make
her
her-
off for the dogs.
yeah, like
Isn't this a conflict of interest for you to report on this, though, MSK? You are
This is
her number one
public.
supporter.
She called the cops on this motherfucker.
I don't know about that, Gray. I don't think MSK is making enough money to keep Amaranth floating in the.
No,
I don't think MSK made Amaranth rich.
But she called the cops on this guy because he was being domestically abusive, even though her house was broken into by those teenagers or whatever because they wanted
He's
to
a
steal
crook.
like her crypto money. And then what's crazy is the first person she called. You know what's crazy with women is that they talk all this shit about dudes, but when shit hits the fan, they'll call a guy. They don't call women to protect them because they know women can't do shit. She has no female friends. She called her husband to protect her from those guys that robbed their house. And then, just magically, this fucking beta cuck loser is going to walk around on a leash with Amaranth at TwitchCon in a dog suit. What kind of bitch-made loser does this? Don't be this guy. Don't be this guy. If any husband is like this,
loser.
don't be like this. If you are like this, you
No.
are cucked. Don't
No.
be like this.
Let me MSK. That is not a husband. That man is every much as a prop to Amaranth as that dog is a prop to Hassan. Like it's the same thing, bro.
People
That
say
isn't
dog's a
husband.
prop.
That's
I don't know.
That guy's a prop. That's a
Also,
prop beta that she paid for in a
Pokemon
couple of-
and Lily Chew, they're
Pichu
fucking
Pokemon,
piece of the
yeah.
shit. Yeah, Peachy,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck her name is. Like,
Hinata. She's literally
There-
Hinata from Naruto.
yeah,
Halfway.
no. She's not the original Hinata, but she tries
Right,
to act like her. But like Stephanie Shea is the name of the woman that you're talking about. No, she's good, but like everybody's impersonating her. Pichu is like, they're hypocrites. They are the
Yeah.
Pokemon and Pichu. They're fucking hypocrites. They're like, oh no, we support Hassan and blah blah blah. We're against animal abuse, but it's like, we can't release a podcast. It's like, yeah, you can. You're the staff members.
They quite literally are the owners of the company. You can quite literally do that. That you can straight up go onto the YouTube channel, sign in, and make the video public.
Like,
it's not that hard.
I don't know why
you have staff to do that, and
I-
the staff said that they didn't want that. So
Yeah, but
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but it's-
could MSK release a video that we don't like? I would say no. I mean, first off, it won't get nearly as much play because the talent's not on.
Yeah, but I just don't get why, like, they try to sound like they're big leaguing people when they're not. It's like, guys, you're not in Hollywood. You're not in Hollywood.
That's their MO. They always do that thing. That's why I tell people all
money.
of this is virtue signaling. Anytime a situation like this happens, they always virtue signal. Oh, look at me. I'm above all this. I'm not going to ever do this. I'm going to be the bigger person in this. They're just using this for social clout points. That's all it is. These people aren't actually friends. There's no way. And keep in mind, Amaranth in the situation, let's just say they're married. She's only propped up this guy now recently because people found out she was married. She always portrayed herself as single because people don't actually know this.
You sell butthole pics when you're single.
Yeah, so this happens even for those K-pop celebrities in Korea. Every celebrity has this, where people are told to be single
Every
or
celebrity?
be single. Well, most big
Most
celebrities.
most
MSK.
celebrities, even Gina Carano,
Especially women.
she has to pretend that she doesn't have a husband.
So you come up more desirable. That's
Yeah,
how it
because
is.
even
Well,
on
let's
the, even
just-
on the she admitted it in an interview that she's married, but it doesn't
Yeah,
show
that's
on the
fair.
internet. It doesn't show on the Wikipedia thing or anything on
Yeah.
Google results.
Mhm.
But she's married.
Okay, so MSK, we know that you love supporting OnlyFans creators. Are there any of them that are married that you support currently?
I don't pay for any OnlyFans. I'm not a loser. I'm legit not a loser. So, like, I don't know why she, of all people, I understand she loves animals. She probably felt really strongly about what happened. I get it. But then again, people like her are coming off like, not like morally preaching, but morally portraying an act where they're the good guys when it's like, why would anyone take this bitch seriously? She has an OnlyFans where she sticks dildos up her ass. And she doesn't care about her husband because she lived most of her
take her
career
seriously,
not even
bro.
showing her husband. She only put her husband out because people found out she had a husband. That's the reason why he appears more now. Before people knew she was married, he was nowhere to be seen at all.
See, MSK, I think there's a problem with your premise. I don't think anybody takes her seriously. Does anybody really take seriously people who sell butthole pictures of themselves on the internet? Like,
Well,
do we
it's
look
like
to
taking-
ourselves and say, like, oh, your opinion, I need Amaranth's opinion on political affairs, and I don't know how to wash my clothing. That might be more useful because she always has an air of like, I don't know, something about her just tells me like things, got a little bit of funk to him. Probably
Her
after a
vagina
day's
smells like urine. or
butthole
something.
picture shootings.
Well, taking her serious is like taking Kim Kardashian and her family serious.
Exactly.
It's
a
not
spectacle.
like
People
she
look at it.
she got famous for doing a sex tape that her mom shot. Let's be
Exactly.
real. And did
it-
multiple
it-
takes too.
It's like watching a personal life car crash that just is really slow moving. Like it's the same effect of why people stop and look at accidents on the freeway, or like if you see like that
Or watch
morbid
NASCAR.
curiosity.
Yeah, watching NASCAR.
Or morbid curiosity of like a crime that went on, and people are like outside, like looking in, like, oh, the store just got robbed. I want to look at it. Like that's all it is. Like I don't think anybody's really taking Amaranth seriously. You can see her butthole for less than $5.99. Like there's nothing serious there. I don't even think she takes herself seriously.
No.
Because the thing that you brought up is the thing that I wanted to kind of hammer in, no pun intended, because everyone's hammered that in. That fucking butthole been ran through by at least 6 black guys. It was revealed on a podcast, I think the Fresh and Fit one, where I think the guy for Myron's show does the sound bites and everything. That guy apparently walked Amaranth out to her car, and she gave that guy a hand job. Apparently, out here just like snaking out black dudes. I mean, hey, she likes black guys. Hey, she can snake me out. But you know, all jokes aside,
There it is.
well, we know these guys are crazy because based off the situation that happened at TwitchCon.
Wait, MSK, are you just offended because she stole your move? The old walkout handy?
Oh God.
Gray
Oh
is
shit.
on it tonight.
So-
Let's go, Gray.
So we know some of these guys that give women this amount of money are absolutely insane. So like outside of the Emaru TwitchCon situation, because we'll probably cover that more in depth
I don't
on
even know what
another
an
show.
Emaru is. I love that I don't know what these are.
She's some chick that
snow
like everybody
white.
like talks about on Twitch that they try to say that she's a dude when she's not. But
I
you know,
just don't
that's
go on
the joke.
Twitch. I learned my lesson a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
like
just
all
don't
these
know.
e-whores, like Cinnabrit, she's a dumb whore.
Don't know what that is.
Fucking hell. Extra Emily,
There
another
were
dumb
also
whore.
there was
Know what
also
that
VTuber whores too. You know, like I'm not trying to be
I
mean.
only learned those were because of Dermy and MSK over here. Like that. That's the only reason
One
I found
was-
out what a YouTuber was.
One was named Silver. I forgot her full name, but like she's not important. Iron Mouse tried to do that. I'm sorry, Iron Mouse. You probably seem like a decent person, but you can't be doing both things. You can't play both sides. Like you got fucked over by them, but you try to do the e-whore thing too, and it didn't work out for you.
Like
Sorry.
for it, because the thing that happened with Emaru, it's not that just the fact that it's a really bad thing to her and it's gonna make Twitch get even more shit, which I like that Twitch is getting more shitted on. The thing is that like these guys are insane now. Like gone are the days of like people will go like there's this line between IRL and internet. You just wouldn't think that person wouldn't try anything in real life because there's a lot of different barriers to getting into that real life for a situation. There's all types of obstacles like people might live in different states and cities and all that other shit, but these people are just insane now. I don't think it's comfortable to say that now. It's like just because it's the internet, people won't take things too far. Like so what happened to Charlie Kirk? But I mean, that's
Dude, look
only
what
more
happened
extreme.
with Quentin Rampage Jackson's son, Raja Jackson. He did a live stream from
Oh, I remember that
Kick
one. Yeah,
that he assaulted a pro wrestler. And this happened recently, like a month ago or 2
I
months
remember
ago.
it. Yeah, it was the black guy, right?
And so it's like dude, it's like a reality show to these people. It's like the real world. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my life. I'm gonna basically shoot my life in real time, live and in color.
This is what happens when
Because
you let
I
ignorant
can.
children watch reality TV. I blame MTV for this. They never should have let your children watch it. They turn into retards like that guy. And like
Well,
most of these streamers are like,
Cops technically was the first reality show. They say The Real World was the first reality show, but technically Cops.
dude,
by
you don't
a
even
couple
need
years.
cops. You could just like watch videos of people filming shit in Oregon or Detroit. Or
there's body cams that
Washington,
exist
DC.
now. Yeah,
It's everywhere. Yeah.
The body
I remember
cam
Cops.
thing
Yeah.
is a thing now. Like you don't even have to bring back Cops, but I think they'll bring back Cops just to say we have more HD footage. We can show more shit.
I would be. Imagine like I would watch Cops because it would just be like all you need is like the greatest reels of the body cam footage of like them taking down assholes or people's like crazy shit, and it could just be like they should just do a YouTube channel called Cops, and it's just body cam footage shorts.
Yeah,
bam, bam.
Yeah,
bam.
those are if you and they say at the end, if you want to watch the full episode, go watch Cops on Spike TV or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah,
but this is a
Whoever
snippet
owns
of what
the-
we're gonna show.
If whoever owns the Cops copyright, like contact me. I'll help you guys set this up. Let's go.
Well, because the body cam thing, there was a situation recently where like this black family was saying that this off-duty cop or whatever, or no, I think it was an on-duty cop.
Yeah, it would be
aggressively shot their black family member and son. When you watch the body cam footage, that didn't happen at all. That's actually straight up just a lie. So I'm actually glad these body cam videos actually exist now because people that just lie like that are just getting exposed. And then, dude, average people will do that. Like average idiots will tell me, but why would that person lie? What do you mean? Why would someone lie? There's plenty of reasons why someone would lie. Lots of reasons.
It was funny. A lot of these activists called for body cam footage to be everywhere for cops. They pushed for it, and it happened. Now they're not so happy.
Maybe they realized that black
turned out the way they wanted it to turn out.
Maybe they realized that the people that they were fighting for were the ones doing a lot of the crime. Oh, damn.
No, they didn't think that through all the way because now we just get to see it pretty repetitively. It ends up just making them look worse in some instances. Like, all right, well, you know.
DK, what's up, man? Yeah, that's the thing is that story really threw me off because I was like, they were so sure that their son was innocent and did nothing, but he apparently tried to pistol whip the cop and pull him out and be aggressive. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? I just don't get it. Also, I don't know what is up with this like simp epidemic we have now. It's getting worse. Like, people simp for YouTubers, whether they're male or female, like they're literally getting on their knees and blowing them to a certain point. Like, these guys are giving like all their paychecks to these like e-whores. Like, what is up with guys now? What are you doing? Why are you giving your money to a girl that will never, literally, if you died right now, if Pokemon's top donator died right now, literally just collapsed dead, not saying he will, but if he just did, would she care? No.
Well, it's very simple, MSK. There's a crisis of purpose amongst young men in America, and not to mention depression and a lot of other things. Young men are in a bad state, and it is not good. Gen Z's having a hard time of it. Men lacking purpose in life leads them to have nothing to do but sit around and watch porno whores on OnlyFans or wherever the fuck they happen to be. Yeah, they turn into Sims.
It doesn't help, Savage, that you have like when you approach women now, unless you're good looking and rich or both,
Which
that's
me.
considered assault. That's considered assault.
It's
and abuse.
It's always been that way though. Like one, there's always trying to, play in the ballpark you should be playing. And I get some guys are always, you want to shoot high, but like there's just some chicks that like, fellas, there are some ladies that are just going to be out of your league. And I'll tell you one thing, most of the chicks that look like that spend that much time on being Amaranth are dog shit people. You don't need it. But yes, there are a lot of women who have that kind of attitude, but usually you can smell them a mile away. If you've worked on yourself as a young man and you're confident, you have confidence, you've worked on yourself. You don't have to be. I always say there is the triangle. You've got to be 6 foot, 6 figures, or lifting 6 plates.
Or more than 6 inches. So it'd be a square.
I got all those. You guys, I got all those things. God damn.
So the bonus is the inches down there. So
that's like the caveat. But see, they don't always know that right away. But they know how much money you have. They know how buff you are, how strong you look. And they know that you're over 6 foot. You could look like MSK. If MSK was 6'5", he'd be swimming in bitches.
Yeah.
Without
not
trying,
MSK, but
just him.
But a person.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Even at 6'5", MSK. If MSK suddenly became 6'5",
I'm 5'9",
he would still be swimming in enough bitches.
So
that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
So you're saying he would be like Drexel from Ricado Law. He'd just be like that, just not bald with glasses.
Yes. He would be at that level. Like MSK wouldn't be here because he'd be out like, I don't know, cucking white dudes in Malibu.
And,
that would be
and Drexel's a nerdy, black dude too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And he can still slay pussy. Like they don't care. They're like he's wearing the glasses. He loves anime.
He's too short. That's it.
And he looks intimidating despite looking nerdy. He could kick your ass.
Yeah. Well, that's MSK's skill, though. He doesn't look intimidating, and he's.
Exactly.
I have heard him praised. His use of the cuck chair is just unlike anybody else's. I've heard, it's just not threatening. It's just he's there, but taking it in, not judging.
6'5", suddenly he's threatening enough, Gray, but he's also approachable enough for the white women in Malibu. That's what I'm saying. He's just not 6'5". That's it. Now, if he wasn't MSK, he'd only need to be like 6 foot 6'1". It's the 6'5" is where how tall MSK has to be to overcome.
He definitely needs to have a few more inches to compensate.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, and MSK, ahead, I know you want us to get back to the TwitchCon thing, but I do want to point out MSK is approachable. He had that story last week of how somebody came up to him and asked if he was homeless. He's approachable.
That was just the gas station wings, Gray. They weren't. They're like, what is he eating? He went in. He filled up his 20-ounce water bottle with some soda and got some gas station wings. And they're like, and the person in the QT was like, I think I've seen him outside before at the corner.
Yeah. So the other thing I was going to mention about Twitch was that one weirdo Neon went up to a girl, called her beautiful, and then she literally walked away, just had a complete fit, then went on Twitter
insane.
and said there's a caption called "Get on his ass." Like this is an OnlyFans. This is apparently an OnlyFans chick who shoved dildos up her ass, and she just flipped out over a guy just calling her beautiful.
Well,
So
dude,
MSK,
I
remember,
don't think that's what everyone does. I know that's your niche that you're looking for, but I'm not sure that that's what everybody specialty is.
Well, here's the thing with Neon though, right? He's rich, but he comes off as creepy to women like that because they're like,
Yeah.
why don't you look like Brad Pitt, or why don't you look like what's his name, the dude from Ocean's 11, George Clooney? Why don't
Yeah.
you look like that, or why don't you look like Wesley Snipes or Eddie Murphy when he was huge in the 80s?
Yeah.
This is the thing. You've got to be. You can be rich and creepy, but when you're that creepy, much like Mark Zuckerberg, you have to be real. It's like MSK being 6'5". You've got to be way richer. For them
or
to, like,
it's such
deal with
way powerful. Yeah, like you're just like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
if I have his children,
that
I'm
creepy,
gonna
you
be
gotta be
famous
Zuckerberg rich.
for that.
Because I want to show you guys this really quickly. So this was the video. Neon was left confused after a fellow Twitch streamer accused him of objectifying her after calling her beautiful. Keep in mind, a girl who shoved dildos in her ass on OnlyFans getting mad at you for objectifying her.
Yeah.
The irony in that is insane.
This is a lot like something we saw over the summer, MSK. Do you remember when somebody tried to shake the hand of a particular artist named Shane Davis at a
I
comic
do.
book convention?
Yeah.
And he lost his shit. They tried to assault me. It's not uncommon that people at these conventions maybe have a heightened sense of what's actually going on in order to maybe self-promote. You know, this isn't out of the realm of the kind of shit we've seen before. Even men do this shit. Even elderly, limp-wristed men do this kind of shit, like Shane Davis.
Yeah, like people. This is what happens when a motherfucker does not go outside enough. This is what happens. You don't know how to deal with life, not going outside enough.
Hello, how you doing today? Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Emerald.
Emerald. Emerald.
Emerald.
Emerald.
Just call me Em.
Em.
Yes.
I am.
What's your name?
Neon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's horrifying.
Real quick, Emerald. I'm doing a little after party.
Okay.
I would love for you to come
Why?
because you're very beautiful.
We gotta go. I love being objectified. Come on.
What the fuck? What a retarded bitch.
Wait, what did I do wrong?
Wait, what happened?
Objectified? Wait, what the fuck did I do? Hold on.
Women always just want to be the victims, don't they?
Yeah, but that's my issue with that. It's like, if he looked more like a supermodel, she probably would have been okay with the approach. It's just even with the money, she doesn't like that creepy factor or that nerdy factor.
Dude, I remember when that guy and he was talking to Andrew Tate one time, and he was making fun of Andrew, and Andrew was like, dude, you struggle to breathe because he has asthma, so he needs an inhaler to breathe. Good Lord. Myron said, this is why modern women are retarded and needed to be sent back to the kitchen. For context, this thought used to be a cam girl shoving dildos in her ass, but draws the line at a wholesome compliment. Whores are terrible people, and Twitch deserves every failure that comes their way. I agree. Fuck Twitch and fuck women like her. They can go burn in hell.
MSK. So, I mean, you used to work on the corner. Would you feel comfortable in public if somebody just came up to you and made you, somebody started catcalling you the same way as when you're working the corner? There's a time and a place for everything. If you're going to catcall her, she wants you to be behind a paywall or super chatting it to her. If he had a couple bucks in his hand, I think she would have been okay with it.
Yeah, I could see that, Gray, but it's not like he's like, oh, hey, baby, what's up? And he just grabs her ass and grabs her tits. Let's go to the hotel room and fuck. If he did that, then yeah, he should probably get pepper sprayed and be taken to jail. But that's not what happened.
Yeah, she acted like what Neon did was what that weird, creepy guy did to Emeru. It's like that didn't happen at all.
Yeah, if Emeru, if she fucking scratched him in the face, she'd have every reason to do that. Like, no, you don't fucking grope.
Actually, King Style, I might disagree. I think that that might be exactly how she's used to being approached. Him politely saying it, like, in all honesty, maybe he should have been more aggressive and just been like, hey, slut, let's go to my party. Because that's usually how porn stars are spoken to. She might have been, why, sure. Her mouth would have been, when they're the face that they make when they're shocked, that porn stars make when they're
Yeah,
shocked.
yeah. I call it
It's so-
the retard face that they do, especially
Yeah,
the dudes.
well, it's the like it's the
MSK, you could demonstrate.
blowjob face. Yeah, MSK
No,
makes
but
that face
but
sometimes
there was
with the shock.
dudes like the dudes that look like they're like they look like they're on the spectrum. They look like they have the awkward face.
Almost every single dude I've ever seen on Twitch looks like they're on the spectrum to me. So
Yeah, like picture Neon, right? That dude Neon,
Mhm.
but more handsome looking, barely, barely.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Barely, and they got a job doing that fucking adult video shit because they know somebody, not because they could get
And
pussy.
they have a huge dick.
Yeah, if it
they
wasn't
over
for
6 feet?
connections and that, they wouldn't get pussy because they look too awkward. Like that woman that said "fuck you" to Neon
Yeah.
would be the same result.
So
You guys have the book?
no, I don't read, but that's the thing. Is Savage.
We know MSK.
Make sure your kids don't end up like Elon's son. Just make sure that doesn't happen, please.
Oh yeah.
If they end up doing gay shit like this on the internet for money, I think you failed as a dad.
MSK, could anyone have stopped you from doing your gay shit online?
Just- what is this gayness?
I think that's a
It's a dance routine. Come on, dude.
I think it's a seizure actually, Gray, or somewhere in between.
Dude,
I mean,
Let's-
it looks funky without the music. You got to put like yakety sax behind it or something.
if this was 40 or 50 years ago, even 30, maybe 20, his dad would have fucking put him in a mental institution until he got straightened
His
out.
dad still should. He's the richest man in the world. I mean,
Yeah, and he'd do it secretly too, because there's
Yeah.
nothing against the law for that, as long as you're protecting your child because you're concerned for their well-being. You're
See,
not
once upon
hurting
a
them.
time, there was this thing called military school that parents would send their misbehaving children to. That's where he needed to send that child.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that Savage, right? He is over the age of 18 or 20. I don't think
Yeah.
they're minor. If they are, yeah, take them to a military school or take them to a mental institution, because you're as long as you're underage, you're not doing that shit under my roof.
Well, that's
Absolutely not.
It's because Elon didn't necessarily do anything to put a stop to it. That is, he carries a lot of blame in this particular.
Yeah, he
scenario.
wasn't really there for most of his kids because he was too busy
No.
working a lot.
he liked
That's when you
artificial-
work too much. In his
Yeah,
case,
but that's artificial insemination. Like he's also did artificial insemination too, so he doesn't even know what sex really is, outside
Oh.
of like I did it a couple of times because I paid some chicks.
Yeah, he's got a weird scenario. It's just like these bitches sign up to get his DNA intermingled with one of their eggs. They never have to fuck at all, which
Dude,
is
He tried to get some
You're-
Asian chick. I forgot her name, but dude, she was good looking too. But she almost got into that trap, the parent trap, with him.
yeah. Well,
But
it's
she's
not
dodged the
man,
bullet.
it's a trade-off.
going on there. Yeah.
I think
No,
I
it
would
is,
take
it
the
is.
absentee billionaire parent over the absentee, like just average parent that I fucking had.
Oh, God.
Like it would be nice. Give me the nice school and at least like a decent pair of clothes or something.
Gray.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
down with that.
I think
No, the
Elon
money is
did that
good. Don't get me
because-
wrong, Gray. I'm just saying, like, I would like for my dad to be around. Like, that would be a great thing.
Yeah,
Well, that's
he-
not an option. I mean, either way, we got an absentee dad. Just I would take the billionaire one.
So you're saying Ash Ketchum style, just with the money.
ass
Gotcha.
ketchup. Ass ketchup.
Kind of.
Ash.
No, not we're not talking your style, MSK.
No, ass ketchup. That's always his name. He'll forever be known as that.
No,
when
it's
he
Ash
threw that
as in
match.
Ashton Ketchum.
You mean okay? So like this is the thing, because so I know Gray used to be a musician, so I wonder if he's gonna be joining this transgendered band very soon. Gray, you might have to come out. Gray, you might have to come out of retirement. Come on, Gray. I can't play the music because I will get in trouble. But
Of course we
Fine.
would.
Gray, come on, man. You can come out. Transgendered band makes a song about burning the system down and the death of Elon Musk and others.
Wow.
What's their name? Out of curiosity.
What are they? Twisted Sister 2.0?
Oh,
Yeah,
these guys. They
yeah,
did a weird rap.
Gonna take it.
Free gossip.
Yeah.
We
It's a
are
wrap.
gonna take it.
Yes,
Archie-
we're
Whoa,
gonna
whoa, whoa,
take
whoa!
it.
The first lyric was trying to get Luigi Manganiello out of jail. The person who publicly assassinated that guy just in public. How
What?
about
You're
no?
saying they're trying to free Joe Manganiello, the guy who played the werewolf on True Blood? What?
Yeah.
He was also Flash Thompson in Spider-Man
It's true.
and
The
Deathstroke.
Raimi verse. Mm-hmm.
They want to free Luigi? Nah, get the fuck out of here. What are these disgusting, nasty lyrics I have to hear from Trent? I can't say that word. Fuck. Oh my god.
I can.
You-
Transformers.
Yeah,
Wheelman
Transformers.
in disguise.
Burn the system down and start a fire. That's literally inciting
Dude.
violence. You want to march down the
You
street?
actually have to start a fire before you burn the system down.
Dude, this is what
MSK,
The fire works.
are you really that uptight? Do you think that anarchy in the UK, do you think that song's acceptable? Because that's also asking to buck the system, so to speak.
I don't know anymore. I've seen too much out of these people. These FAGs have gone too far. Like Vegeta was like, it's over 9,000. FAGS over 9,000. I need to put that on a shirt. It is just going
Yeah,
too
no,
ham
you'd look-
now.
It would look appropriate for you to wear that shirt.
If you guys listen to that band, I need to revoke your card from the show.
I
You
would
damn
never
dog.
dude. I listen to real music, not that garbage, MSK.
What?
I
You're
would
not
rather
tracking-
listen to shitty video game music that's not
Yeah.
that good, that's not Sega/Nintendo good level, than that.
Aren't they
Oh.
just SoundCloud rappers that discovered that they could make videos by filming themselves on YouTube? It's
Yeah, but
No,
some
but-
of them are
feel
industry
like you're
plants though, Savage. Like some of them are
Some
like
of them have to be industry
Doja
plants,
Cat
yeah.
and David with the 4. I have to say it like that.
Yeah.
The dude that had that girl in his car that they found.
I don't know what that even is. David with a 4.
Yeah, he spelt like he wants to sound cool and internet
So he's
savvy.
retarded.
So he puts, instead of an A, it's the number 4, and for David. It's pronounced David, but with the 4 instead of the A in David.
Isn't that the was it Machine Gun Kelly? There's somebody else who's done something weird like that. before.
Dead Mouse
Help.
did that too.
Yeah,
it's with the 6
yeah.
at the end instead of
Okay.
like that's in their name. They put a 6.
Yeah, oh my god, it's so crazy. Because the reason why I think it's not just being an industry plan is that's what they want to portray to people. Dudes dressing up as women, or vice versa.
But
telling
they
you that
did.
the
But
system's
they
bad
did
and
though
murder
in
people.
in the 80s. It's called Twisted Sister. No, we're not gonna take it, right? Or
Mhm.
I wanna rock.
I do want to rock. Don't you
I
want to
don't
rock?
think they ever. I
MSK
think
wants to
they ever
rock, and he will take it.
transvestites.
No, but didn't no, their gimmick was they wore drag or like looked feminine
Yeah.
looking. Basically like a feminine version of Kiss. That's what Twisted Sister was.
Yeah, I remember who they were. I just don't. I don't think they didn't even come off as like transvestites. They just like cross-dressed as part of the.
Dude.
No,
They
I didn't
wore
think.
power
No, I'm not
makeup.
saying they were
Come on,
gay. I'm
dude.
just saying that like they.
No, they teased their hair up in a powerful way. Like it was cool,
Like,
man.
it
Were
was
they
like glam
actually
metal. Like it was
transvestites,
like the
or were
glam
they just-
metal shit.
yeah.
Where they look
Yeah,
like
part of
Keith
their
women.
Snyder he was all man, baby, with his perm and his makeup.
I was going to
That's-
say.
Yeah, with
he's still got
lipstick
most-
too,
though.
with
He's got
glitter
lipstick,
on
though.
it.
I'm-
Yes.
We used to say because people would talk about that. Even Prince.
Yeah,
Prince was
with his
like-
assless chaps.
well
Yeah.
Yeah,
He-
like
he would
he
wear
did well
assless
enough, even though
chaps.
he androgyny and effeminate kind of thing, but then like he was still Prince. He slayed more pussy than probably anybody ever in music.
To be fair,
with the raspberry beret. Hey, one quick thing of clarification. So if you have an ass in the chaps, are they just pants? So are all chaps assless? Or
No, but if they're like a thong, but just with
Not necessarily-
like
all
literally
chaps
spandex,
don't-
it's
chaps-
ass chaps.
Chaps don't actually have an ass. They literally just go down.
That's
the
what I
side of
thought.
their legs. Yeah.
But wait. If you're using that as logic, isn't wearing pants like leg prison then?
I don't know how we got there, but then again, how did we get to the trans issue from Collargate and from talking about TwitchCon? So I don't know.
Gray, have you yet figured out how you got here, like on the panel
No,
regularly?
it was crazy. There was an actual title, and it was about like 3 things in the news. So I was like, "Whoa, this guy actually has a real show." Okay, I'll brush up on. Apparently, there's a Microsoft thing, and yeah, no, MSK has never talked about anything in his titles ever.
I have things prepped coming up. Don't worry. My brain
Dude,
is constantly working.
Are we
We're
speaking of
dropping that
prep?
crap
Are we
overview
going to talk
in
about the
Dave now.
Simpsons movie too? Because that's actually going to be a thing. Because
Well, I have to
Disney
ask you
wants more
guys this.
money.
Did you guys I actually
Anybody
enjoyed the
watch
Simpsons
Simpsons
movie.
still?
I enjoyed the one that
was
came out in
fun.
2007. Like
I
I
did
thought
too.
it was a funny
Spider
movie.
Pig?
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. But
It should have been the series
anybody watch
finale,
it
to be
anymore?
honest with you.
But it's like-
I agree, actually.
does a movie like that need a sequel? I mean,
Does anybody still watch The Simpsons? Like,
I
don't.
honestly don't know.
some diehard / loyalists, yeah. Some of them there
I
are.
guess, but like, God, I couldn't tell you what's happened on an episode of The Simpsons in
Okay.
since my 15
No,
years at
but-
least.
But those original ones were so fucking good, especially when
They
like Conan
were.
was writing for them. Man, the monorail
they were
episode,
peak
like
performance.
The first 9 or 10 seasons were great, and then after
Yeah,
that
it's
it
the
just
greatest
dropped in
television-
quality.
Yeah, some of the greatest television that's ever been put on TV is The Simpsons, inarguably. Like, I
Yeah.
think that's just an objective fact. But yeah, like that's the good. That'd be a good argument point. Is like, when did The Simpsons like fall off? When did it? When
So-
did it disappear?
some
I didn't
people-
even know it was still on.
Some people say that
something
season
about
8 or 9, the one where Principal Skinner wasn't really Principal Skinner. He wasn't Seymour Skinner. He was
That was a shark jumping moment for sure.
Yeah, that was
you mean
dumb.
when he was
And-
Armin Tanzarian?
Yeah, Armin Tanzarian, right? And then at the end, the judge's like, don't ever talk about this ever again because I will charge you for a crime. Basically, they retcon it without retconning it, but
Yeah.
they don't want to talk about it. So that's how they left it at the end. And then Lisa makes a reference a couple seasons like, oh, you're Tanzarian. I should probably not talk about that. So it's canon. He's not Principal Seymour Skinner. That's a fact. Like when you do that after, like if it's a one-time thing in an episode, it might not be canon. But when you reference it more than once, it's canon.
Yeah.
The same thing with Family Guy. Like when they make certain references to things, like Quagmire being a rapist or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? They did it 3 times in Family Guy and 1 time in the Cleveland show, the pilot episode. It's canon. Like it's not even.
Right, it just takes 4
yeah.
references to make it canon.
Well, sometimes they
MSK,
say,
you know
"Oh
how
no,
many
it's
things
a
are
dream."
canon to this show now.
No, but I'm just
Oh,
saying, like
so
you know how
many
like they'll say it's like a what if
Remember the
episode.
Chat WZ?
If it's like a 2-part, like Stewie and Lois trying to kill each other, that never happened. That's a simulation, so it can't
Yeah.
be canon. It's like the Treehouse of Horror episodes in The Simpsons. If Homer destroyed Springfield, it's not canon. Or Ned Flanders killing Homer, it's not canon because it happened in that episode.
Mhm.
It's self-contained. It's a what if scenario. It's like in comics when you have those like what if things and it only reflects on that
Yeah.
issue, it's not canon. So Bruce Wayne isn't dead. Superman isn't a god, right? Wonder Woman isn't like a goddess trying to take over the world and Superman has to stop her. You know, that's not canon.
So the way that I always looked at it for The Simpsons, I think even if people disagree if the later shows I'm going to say are funnier than The Simpsons, I think the other animated comedy shows that came out was competition for it, like South Park.
Yep.
Then you had Family Guy. I think those 2 that came out later than The Simpsons, I think people just kind of gravitated towards those more because that's when, like I say, my generation was watching those more than The Simpsons, I would say. And American Dad came out later on after that. I think competition.
saw all
'Cause
of
remember the big drama between The Simpsons and Family Guy? Remember there was the episode.
The Muhammad one.
It was the other one too, where I think
Cartoon
Oh,
Wars, that's what it was called. The
fuck.
2-parter.
Cause it must have been oh no, the South Park creators. They had said that when they aired that Simpsons and Family Guy episode where they were like, Carmen was like, Family Guy's not funny. The Matt and Trey Parker, they had said they got many messages from a lot of people that were happy they had clowned on Family Guy because a lot of people thought that Seth MacFarlane just didn't deserve it. He was full of shit. He was an egomaniac and all that stuff. So I think I mean, Family Guy, it was funny. Family Guy started out great itself, and it's started going down the Simpsons route. So
It
I
was
think
good. The first 4 seasons, to be honest
pretty
with you, that
solid,
was the
really good.
best.
That's
They
peak
were
Family
the
Guy right
best
there.
seasons. The first 4 seasons, and they came back right after 2 seasons of being
Some
canceled. They came,
cancellations, yeah.
and then 2 seasons. It was good. That's a rarity. Them
Yeah.
coming back and then having 2
Actually,
solid good seasons.
Yeah,
And then it just
yeah.
dips.
That's why I
fine
think
tuning to it. I think
that's why I think people don't watch Simpsons as much anymore, because like Simpsons will always have its diehards, but I think South Park and Family Guy were just perceived as better because they had more like raunchy.
It was more, yeah, it was more raunchier. But it's ironic.
Raunchy.
They have more
It's
raunchier
ironic,
and
guys,
edgier humor.
because Simpsons was built like that. Oh no, like the way that the early seasons of The Simpsons were, that's how South Park or Family Guy is perceived now. Like, oh my god, that's too adult. That's too edgy.
I don't even think Family Guy and South Park are even perceived as edgy as they used to be. Like they'd have to take it up. And I would argue that The Simpsons at the peak of their writing was probably. I would still say The Simpsons at its peak was still better and more well written than either of those two were. But that was that's a narrow point in time where Simpsons peaked out. I mean, there's been times that I think that like South Park or Family Guy have done it, but they were never as consistent as The Simpsons were in that time period.
Yeah,
like there's heaps of just kind of throwaway crap Family Guy episodes that are just kind of. They're funny once, they don't hold up the second time.
Yeah, you had other animated.
I think there's entire season. Hey, MSK, the professionals are talking here.
I
think there's entire seasons of The Simpsons that you could just throw away, though. I don't know, like a lot of the more recent ones.
Since the movie, you could throw away, dude. I mean,
yeah, the Principal Skinner
man,
episode,
with South Park,
I would throw that out too. That
Armin Tanzarian. I can pull that stupid name out from now. Like it's something that I hadn't seen before. I like that in there. But South Park is still kind of doing that. And man, the fact that so first off, they were able to really take, I think it's Paramount to the bank. And man, they are really getting paid a shit ton on this. And then they were so ahead of the curve on streaming. They basically forfeited a bunch of their profits to get the rights to streaming South Park.
Yeah.
And man, those dudes are just raking it in now. On top of that, it's literally 2 dudes doing like everything, and they basically write an episode within a week. Now they've established it.
They got
like
lazier
2 weeks
when they got the bag. They got way lazier when they got their bag.
Well, to be fair though,
dude,
they do run a restaurant.
Watch this season.
They do run a restaurant.
And Casa Bonita is awesome. But if you haven't seen this season, man, they're going fucking hard. They are so much more on top of everything that's going on, as opposed to like anything The Simpsons or Family Guy does.
Yeah,
because they can be so topical. Like they make the episode within the same week. That is just crazy.
So they're not even super topical on Family Guy or The Simpsons anymore.
So
I don't even know what The Simpsons does anymore.
So
American Dad, I would say they still got it. They're still
American Dad was very good.
Dude, it's better than it's low key better than Family Guy now. Like it maybe that was a debate when they were both in their peak, like in the early stages.
Who ate all the pecan sandies? God, Seth MacFarlane. I will give Seth MacFarlane always. People haven't actually seen him voice act. I think he was on a late night episode. It was actually one of the best ones they did in a long time. I think it was Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon had him do it. So talented at doing it. I was like, how can such a talented person be that big of a dirtbag?
You watched him do it with Jimmy Fallon?
They had him.
I mean, that wouldn't be surprising.
That sounds so. Simpsons started in 1989. South Park came out in 1997. Family Guy started in 1999, only 2 years after South Park.
Technically, MSK, if you count the Simpsons shorts, it started in like 86, technically.
True. And
the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah, and
American
Dad at 2005. Like, it's crazy that Family Guy started 2 years after South Park did. That is actually crazy.
Yeah, but he also got canceled, and then
they got canceled twice
whole
too. Yeah,
resurgence campaign. So.
Yeah, but you know what pisses me off about?
I forgot one. Futurama.
Oh yeah, Futurama's another good show.
Futurama was another very good.
It's awesome, but it's doing something different as well. Like there is not one episode of any of these shows that tugs my heartstrings like that fucking dog episode from Futurama.
Oh yeah, it was that dog episode is
so
hard.
Good.
Oh, we forgot another one. King of the Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill was good.
Yeah.
King of the
I
Hill.
good.
love that. I'm really happy with what they did with the revival of it, but I don't know. Like it's a very small show compared to the other ones.
King of the
Like
Hill is very hit or miss sometimes. Like I think
Yeah,
no, it's
Yeah.
not, man. It is amazing.
dude.
It is
There's
all
certain
it.
there
Mike
is certain
Judge is the
episodes.
certain
man.
episodes I just can't get into. They're so gay. They're so bland. Though that episode
know,
that Bill
It
that
feels
Bill-
like it's mocking you. I got you.
oh,
No,
oh,
dude,
God.
it's okay. Dog dancing is a perfectly natural
Oh
thing.
yeah, you try to bang my daughter. Oh yeah, no, that
No,
to be fair,
the one
I
of the
like that.
episodes that was weird was, remember when John Redcorn had a daughter and everybody was hiding it from Dale because then he would realize that Joseph wasn't his son. And, like, I didn't really like that part of the series where everybody knows that Dale is not the father, but they keep it a secret. They lie. That's not good. That's bad.
Dale knows.
Oh,
Does
you think
he?
Dale's not dumb.
I want to believe that theory that he knew, he just doesn't want to end up like Bill, like a broken man. Like,
Oh, another
I would
thing
believe
too.
that.
Speaking of bad things in the show, there was an episode. I'm not saying it's dig of the whole show. There was an episode I thought that was so weird where Bill was just basically stalking Peggy, and she knew that. And I'm pretty sure she told Hank. I'm pretty sure she did, and he just still kept being his friend. Like, what the
Dude,
fuck?
that's like every episode.
Dude,
Like they go
Peter
hardcore
did that-
into it with the reboot.
Dude, Peter did that with Glenn Quagmire too, man.
Yeah. Oh, actually, fun fact: King of the Hill and South Park started the same year, 1997. That's crazy.
That
Yeah,
is
but
insane.
Look at how many seasons King of the Hill has. Look at how many seasons South Park
King of the
has.
Hill is
Yeah,
14.
but
And
look
it's
at
not
the
like
Simpsons
Mike Judge was stopping to do a musical on Broadway and a whole bunch of other
God.
movies.
and doing Casa
There's no
Bonita,
King of the
right?
Is
Hill,
there any
bigger,
other
longer,
comedy-
uncut.
See, that's what I'm trying to say is also Futurama came out the same year Family Guy did. And I'm saying, like, there's after The Simpsons, you had South Park, King of the Hill, Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad. There's more we haven't even said. That
Yeah,
all that came
Bob's
as competition.
Burger, but I'm
Burgers
not
is
a fan.
trash.
I
think
don't
it's
like
trash.
it that much. There's certain good episodes, but it's literally the same
Bob's
episode.
Burger is not
Bob
consistent.
Burgers is literally garbage. It's
It-
actually
it's
not
literally-
funny at all.
It's literally, let's go. There's conflict with the restaurant. We might lose the restaurant. Oh, we got the restaurant. Oh, we're fighting with the restaurant next door. It's the same.
Haven't you seen his daughter has a weird hat with the rabbit ears, and the other one likes butts.
Oh, one of them does the
Yes.
weird dance. It's like, okay. Oh, but Bob's Burgers didn't have a movie that came out back in 2022, I think.
Yeah,
it
they
is.
did something that Family Guy never had.
Family
in King
Guy,
of the
this-
Hill.
The fact
They
that
never
Family
had a
Guy never
movie.
had a movie is
They
crazy
never had a
to me.
movie. That's insane.
That's actually crazy at this point. Yeah.
Also-
what about Archer?
I
Did you
mean,
ever
they
watch-
had the Star Wars special movies, like they were at least released on DVD. and shit, but fair enough.
They're technical. The Lord of the Rings stuff too. It's like
Okay,
you could
okay.
technically
Yeah.
count
Unless
that.
you count the episode that Seb
So-
Cullen said was his favorite one. Remember the detective mystery episode? That originally aired as an hour special. I remember it. If you could maybe count that as a movie minus commercials, maybe.
And technically, Futurama Bender's Game is technically a movie too. It was
Yeah.
originally a movie. They split it up for episodes on television and on the DVDs to save money, but it's supposed to be a movie.
I mean, there's Archer. Archer came out, but I think
Archer
Archer's
is
over.
fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I actually like
they-
Archer. I like Archer.
They also kind of have one of those jump the shark things where they've had like the last, I don't know, is it 3 seasons are all like daydreams or coma dreams?
I saw one
It's-
episode of Archer. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
I love that show. You need to watch the characters, but man, the interplay between Mallory and Sterling is just so
Wait,
good.
the same guy who
Uh,
voices Archer voices the same guy in Bob's Burgers, right? The main
Yes.
guy? Yeah, I
John
can
H.
tell.
Benjamin. John H.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
God.
I believe it's
Hey,
H.
guys.
John for no
Hey,
fucking
guys.
reason.
H.
Ugh.
John Benjamin, and also he actually remember Home Movies. He was Coach McGurk,
Mhm.
and he was that.
Yeah, and
He was that
in home
dude
movies
who-
that we also had Brendan. What the fuck is his name? The Metalocalypse dude. It's a weird show.
Also,
It,
he,
birthed a lot of talent.
H. John Benjamin was also on Family Guy, but I don't even think he had an official name. He's like, hey guys, it's me.
No, he was the convenience guy. He was the
Yeah,
convenience
but he
runner
didn't
guy.
have he would be outside of the convenience store, but they didn't give him an official name. He didn't have an official name at all.
Some people said that's Chris's brother in a theory. That's just Chris's. It does look like him. They're saying.
Yeah,
they're
the
saying
same
there's a
dude is
resemblance there.
H. John Benjamin, the same guy. But
That's
they
why I
don't.
think that's what I think hurt the Simpsons later on. Is you got all of that competition because they were kind of like, I wouldn't say their first animated comedy show. I'm not say that, but they were a big proponent propelling it into like mega stardom. Then you had all that competition that came out, and some of this only like 6 years later. I think that's what really hurt them. Maybe it was quality of the show that dipped off, but I think this better quality stuff came out after the Simpsons did.
I don't think it's what hurt them. Like, I don't know that a show is supposed to be on for 30 years. Like, can you maintain quality of a show for 30 years? MSK, you couldn't maintain quality for like 5 episodes. So then you had to get us in here.
Also, it doesn't help that the voice actress of Marge is like, "Hi everybody, it's me, Marge." Like that's how she sounds now.
Come on, Marge is awesome.
Before it's like, "Hi Homer, it's me, Marge." Now it's, "All right, Marge, I'm done."
I will say, okay, so like let's go by iconicness of the characters. Would you say that the characters that come in South Park, King of the Hill, Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad, Archer, no, maybe not Archer, are a little bit more iconic than the Simpsons character? I think Peter is a little bit more bigger of a character than Homer is.
I would
don't
say
think
Stan.
so.
I don't think Stan is as big as Homer, but I would say he's iconic now because it's over 20 years.
Yeah,
To be
like
fair.
I would say
Cartman
Cartman is
Homer.
probably a bigger character than most people in Simpsons.
And I would say Hank Hill is iconic too.
I would say Homer is still somewhat pretty iconic though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, man, they had every bit of merch with the Simpsons on it, and that's like universal. Like,
They
it's
had
literally international.
Yeah, Bart
They had
Simpson.
Bart in the blue shirt and the light blue shirt and the light blue shorts.
Yeah,
that was always weird to me because he was in the video games and Matt Groening lied and said, "Oh no, we did that to prevent piracy or bootleg." And it's like, then why was he in the video games with that? Right? I'm like, wait a minute, it's piracy? No, that was his original design for the show. And then they at the last minute they're like, no, we're gonna use the short color of him wearing the orangey shirt instead. We're not gonna use
back in the day.
blue.
There was the arcade, the classic Simpsons arcade game. There's been countless like Simpsons games throughout the years. I guess there's the pretty big South Park one, but man, even you can get like fucking fingerboards with like the Simpsons shit on it now. Like,
I think
everything has been merchandised to hell.
Was more iconic at his peak than Cartman or anybody else was.
Bart,
and it's because adults kind of liked him, but it was like kids even watched The Simpsons, whereas like a lot of people didn't let their kids watch South Park. South Park was somewhere across the Rubicon further than The Simpsons.
It was
The Simpsons.
It was cable. Simpsons were syndicated.
Yeah, Simpsons wasn't even syndicated. It was a major network.
Well, it was syndicated and broadcast.
Well, it was syndicated in later seasons. Like after the fourth season, it was syndicated.
I think after season 10, they sold into syndication, where it still lives and still makes money these days.
So so recently, on April 2nd, 2025, the show was renewed for 4 additional seasons on Fox with 15 episodes each. So it's going to be at what? It's currently right now on season 35? Sorry, 37.
Season 40. It'll end at season 40.
41.
They want to do 1,000
how many
episodes.
seasons?
They want to do
fuck
1,000.
And so does MSK. Just it shouldn't be done. How many
that's the Matt
seasons
Groening.
should a show have though? Like, I think if you get 5 seasons,
have
that's a
quality.
really good show. We have quality, MSK. You clout chase our quality.
How many episodes?
All I'm saying is like
Holy
5
shit.
seasons, man. That sounds like a great show to me.
They're ending
That
on
even sounds
season-
like kind of a long show.
If they end on
40
season
seasons.
41,
Really, I mean,
if they end on
Of course,
season
it has to be
41,
trashed by 40
ooh.
seasons, man.
Imagine,
well,
dude, it's gonna be
nobody
on
will be
season.
interested in it anymore.
Dude, it's gonna be on season 41 when it ends, or 42, unless you count. Wait, so it's already on 37. They got additional 4. So unless they count it at 38 for the additional 4, then it'll be 42. They'll end it on, or maybe 41. So it's
They're
gonna
gonna
be,
have to do like 50 episodes each to catch up to 1,000 because, dude, like
That won't work out. But
the voice actors, dude. I'm not
Wait,
even talking about
sub
Marge.
episodes.
The voice actor for Principal Skinner and Ned Flanders, he's 80. He is 80 years old. How long can
Be
he
lucky
do?
to
And
finish
his
the
voice sounds
contract.
bad. He can't even do
just AI his voice.
Principal Skinner's
Yeah.
voice properly.
do they have AI at this point, man?
But so great. I think that it depends on the show, and it depends on the way you structure a show. Like, let's say that nothing ever happened to weekday cartoons and Saturday morning cartoons, and Paul Dini was really willing to write Batman, the animated series, for 20 seasons.
Mhm.
I think that stays good for just about that long if you can keep the same creative talent around
Right.
to do it. Or you do something else, maybe more like a Justice League cartoon, where you have rotating crews come in and different creative teams, and you schedule them out season by season. I think you could do that, and you could keep it going if you kept an eye towards the quality of your writing and everything else. Because the books
Is it-
themselves and the IP themselves have lasted that long. I think what doomed Fox with The Simpsons is that, like, people just stopped giving a shit. And now they're at a
Yeah,
point now where the people writing now may not have even fucking watched The Simpsons when they
They
were
Yeah.
used to
And
have
that's
a
kinda my
writing
point.
staff. They used to have a writing staff back in the day. They don't have that anymore. Now it's one writer, and that's not good
Well,
because
one person gets the main credit, but then they've still got a writer's room. But
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. Like it spawned like all the great ones, like Bill Odenkirk. That's Bob Odenkirk's brother. He wrote a shitload of them. So did Conan O'Brien,
Conan
and they're like those
O'Brien, yeah.
classic ones. Those dudes are awesome. But I think you're right. Like people do kind of fall out of love with something. Like I don't know that you're supposed to necessarily be obsessed with the same show for 40 years. The only other cartoon that I can think of that's kind of like that would be like Looney Tunes or whatever. Yeah, they've gotten with different writers, different animators, different voice actors. It isn't all Mel Blanc. It was for the longest time. But are they as consistent? Like, do people watch them?
But
Is
Looney
it,
Tunes had
you know-
hard fell off, and that wasn't because of Looney Tunes. That's Warner Brothers mismanagement of the Looney Tunes too.
Yeah, and not only that, but like Space Jam, and I'm talking about the night. Like, dude, Looney Tunes became popular again. It wasn't just your grandpa or your dad
Hey, man.
loving
Yeah,
the
they didn't
cartoon.
Space Jam was the shit. Lola
It
Bunny
was!
awesome.
I love
How
Space
dare
Jam.
she create this new like infiltration, this
But
infestation of
Looney
furries?
Tunes back in action was terrible. It was not that good. And it was supposed to be Space Jam 2 or Spy Jams with Jackie Chan, but they took that storyline and they mixed it in, and it was just bad.
Well, yeah,
They
I think that they
killed
didn't
that.
know what to do with Looney Tunes after Space Jam.
No,
Like,
yeah,
he
you're
doing
right.
Space Jam, like they just didn't know what to do with
They
it.
had the Baby Looney Tunes show,
Which
but that was
doesn't
for like
make
kids,
sense.
like
That's for
Yeah, Tiny
preschoolers
Toons.
that was for
and
like
babies.
preschoolers. That
No,
was their
are you talking about Tiny Toons?
No,
Tiny
Baby Looney
they had
Tunes.
they had Baby
Oh,
Looney
Baby Looney
Tunes.
Tunes. Yeah, that's
They
for
had
little
Tiny
kids.
Tunes too in the 90s before Space
Yeah.
Jam was a
Tiny
thing.
Toons,
Yeah.
Tiny Toons is what ended up. It was the success of Tiny Toons that led to Kids WB in the first place, because
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg did everything for Warner Brothers as far as our animation was concerned.
Yeah, they did Pinky and the Brain. They did
Oh, God, yeah.
Freakazoid,
They did
which was fucking
Animaniacs,
good.
Freakazoid.
Animaniacs.
He was involved in the original Batman the animated series and getting the people together to do that. It was Amblin Entertainment that pushed Warner Brothers Kids Television, which at the time there wasn't a lot of great kids television. You had stuff that Disney put out. A lot of it was slop. There was until they got around to the Disney Afternoon, and DuckTales and shit like that started to hit really well. There was so much, dude, and
Yeah,
so
and-
much
and-
slop on
and-
Saturday mornings for the most part from
and-
all of the other. people
It's
involved.
crazy because of that saved Saturday morning and Sunday morning cartoons, right? They
It
expanded
did
to
until
Sunday.
Hillary Clinton murdered them.
Yeah,
People hate
yeah.
Hillary Clinton because she murders people. I hate the Clintons because via the FCC they overregulated and destroyed weekday and Saturday morning cartoons. That is the hit that Hillary put out that I despise the most.
So, some people blame anime, but at least anime delayed the inevitable.
It had nothing to do with it. It was all FCC regulations about the kind of things that could be on television on Saturday mornings, on Sunday mornings, and weekday afternoons. Basically, whenever kids would watch school, it had to be some sort of educational content. So,
Oh boy,
what it ended up doing was that kids stopped watching it. So people stopped making it, and it turned into reruns of Matlock and Judge Judy and shit. And that crept in on the weekends as well. It destroyed Sunday morning cartoons first because you couldn't have anything that wasn't educational after 10 a.m. in the morning, which cut at least an hour or two. Like, cartoons used to run till almost fucking noon on the weekends. That's just what kids did in the morning. You watched cartoons, or you watched like older kids cartoons were on a little bit later, but like you got up at like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning and you watched cartoons for like all of Saturday morning. And eventually, with all of the rest of them dying off, that the same thing happened. The overregulation from the FCC ruined Saturday morning cartoons, and eventually it died.
Yeah.
It died with 4Kids, I think, was the last people still broadcasting on.
Yeah,
It was 4Kids Toon's Eye. I
then they
remember,
had
and the last thing that they
Vortex,
showed
right?
was Yu-Gi-Oh. It was Yu-Gi-Oh was the last
I blame
official.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
It was the sequel series. It wasn't the original Yu-Gi-Oh.
It was
the
all
last-
Yu-Gi-Oh series.
No,
It
the
was
last thing they
Cole's
had
favorite, dude.
after Toon's Eye was Vortex, and they had this. It was this last programming block. What's so crazy is they had Iron Man: The Armored Adventures on Vortex too. Like, what the that was wild to see.
Yeah, and then Cartoon Network, they try to dabble with Toonami Sunrise.
I remember
their
that one.
version,
Yeah,
which was weird because they were competing against themselves technically with Kids WB. They're all
yeah, and
owned
then
by
they
Warner
canceled
Brothers.
it because
Yeah,
it was
there was
apparently
nothing
too
left.
violent. It's crazy how they aired Ronin Kenshin, not talking about the creator because he's a disgusting piece of shit. They aired Ronin Kenshin at 5 o'clock in the day when kids would come home. People don't know, good old Batosai the Manslayer was slitting dudes' chests open.
The legendary Batosai, the
They canceled Toonami in the daytime because it was too violent. I was like,
Yeah, that's why
people know that.
Naruto. That's why Naruto died a slow, painful death on Saturday nights because instead of airing it 6 days a week, right, which they should have, that's what they did with Dragon Ball Z. No, we're gonna air Naruto basically a marathon on a Saturday.
Can watch that.
Yeah, I
And it was
remember those.
fucking-
Yeah,
And I love Naruto, but I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. They have to do 10 episode marathons just to catch up as much as they can because they can't air it on weekdays anymore.
yeah, I remember
And it
because
was
they
bad.
would use. You remember, like for the first few years of Naruto, they would have to do a long all-day marathon to catch it up to literally one new episode. Just one single new episode.
Yeah.
It was wild back in the day.
And it's
it
sad
will
because
Cartoon Network.
I'd love for Saturday morning cartoons or like anime blocks like that to come back, but unless they do it
can't.
with streaming, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's
Even
like
on
it's-
streaming,
that's
kids
true.
have
Even
kids
if
have
you-
way more outlets of entertainment now. Like these streamers, these streamers they watch Kaisen, they watch them. That's their entertainment now. Or they watch
You-
TikTok.
You were
Yeah, dude,
saying
my kids-
Savage?
My kids watch. Their guy is Unspeakable. They watch plenty of Unspeakable doing. It's like Jackass for 10-year-olds. Yeah, it's fine though, dude. Like filling a pool with fucking gel beads, and they turned a school bus into a bowl of cereal, like, and drove it around, like wild, stupid shit. That's just kind of funny to watch if you're a little kid. But yeah, no, they're. Even if today they went back and they removed all of the regulations from the FCC and said put on whatever you want, for kids or whatever, like nobody's going to come back to broadcast television with animated series anymore. They don't even make like what cartoons are out there that they would bring back.
The last bastion of
Would they be
them
putting
was
out for
when
kids to watch?
so the last bastion to come out that really made a hit, I think, was when K-Dot was coming up. So he had like Adventure Time, Gumball. That'd be like his generation. They had that.
There was those. You had Phineas and Ferb on Disney.
Oh, we forgot Rick and Morty.
You had
Morty was around.
Star versus the
That was a
Forces
good
of
stuff.
Evil for Disney XD.
You had
I don't even know what that was. I think I saw that it was there once, but it was in that era though. They had like the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. They had Phineas and Ferb.
that one.
That's like a decade ago now at this point. I don't know.
And they brought back Phineas and Ferb
for
right now.
They
That's
did.
the thing.
Yeah, I know.
Savage.
I heard that. I was like, yeah, that's
It's like,
like everything.
What
else with
was that
Disney, we
song
don't
they
make-
had?
we
Bounce
can't make
Chicka
anything
Bow
new.
Wow. Oh god, that was a cute little logo right there.
Oh,
they had
a-
they had a regular show as well. Regular show
a
was a
regular
thing.
show was kind of around. That was around that.
And they're
time.
bringing that back too.
Well, you said Disney Channel. Like outside of
It was
when
Disney
Wizards,
XD.
when Wizards of Waverly Place ended, I think that was the last Disney Channel show that was actually huge. Because the ones that came after that did not have the same level
I
of
don't know. Does
impact.
Disney Channel still do cartoons or?
Yes, they
They
do.
brought
They
back
did.
Wizards of Waverly Place. I know they brought back that with the new type of cast or something like that. It's like, what are they doing?
They do Marvel cartoons, and also there was a girl
They still
thing.
make
I think
Marvel cartoons. Really, I didn't even think they were doing that.
they did one called Devil Dinosaur. I forgot the full name of the show. You know what I'm talking about, MSK. It's the one where it's like it connected to the Marvel universe,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a girl. And I know the dinosaur is
saw
devil
kind of a sucky
dinosaur.
looking Spider-Man one that they did for a second, but I don't think that one did well.
I think
Yeah,
it
I
was,
don't think so.
Yeah, you
season
had,
1 of X-Men '97 was amazing.
oh
And,
Lord.
Well, yes, that's not on Disney Channel. That's on Disney.
That's on
Plus.
Disney
That
Plus.
was good. And it was
For
good.
sure.
No, that was actually
Yeah, it's
Bo
Saturday
DeMeo.
morning. Samurai Jack. Yeah, it was very
Yeah, Samurai
Jack,
Jack. They
yeah,
revived it for
was
season
good.
5.
Revived it, yeah.
The ending was weak though. I'm sorry.
Remember what Toonami did for it? All day marathon Samurai Jack, only to lead up to that. I was like, oh my god, fucking
It's
hell.
like I like Gendy, but it's like, dude, don't rip off Gurren Lagann. Don't rip it off, and he did. Because his original ending was Jack was gonna stay in the future, basically be like Conan or King Solomon. He was gonna be the ruler.
They still never did Teen Titans season 6. They never did it.
Yeah, they lied. They said, "Oh,
Yeah,
if you go to Teen
bring
Titans,
back.
go to the movies, we might bring back Teen Titans." And in reality,
Fucking
it was just
liars.
a crossover movie with them versus Teen Titans Go.
Everyone brings back so much shit, and for some reason, yeah, we can't get a final season of fucking Teen Titans. Like, fuck, dude, they brought everything back. But one
Dude,
of
I
the
wouldn't even say a final season, Savage. Why not make more episodes, but also take stuff from the comics, like Tara's brother?
Because it was incredibly expensive. This is the thing. Warner Brothers was very adverse at that time. They became very adverse to the expense with which it took to fund animated TV shows. Like, look at what they would purposefully, like, they would run them into the ground via just scheduling them poorly, so people wouldn't catch them. So they could
always
excuse
purposeful.
Away.
It was
yeah,
always
It
purposeful.
was always purposeful.
Yeah.
Fox
Yeah, they
did it
wanted to
because
cancel
they didn't
things.
like a creator.
They
They
did
didn't
it
want to
with
spend the
they,
money on things.
they did it with Yu Yu Hakusho. They purposely aired it at 5 or 6 in the morning
Dude,
because
look what
they
did with
knew nobody was going to watch.
one of the last great American like gorgeous cartoon shows that they put out. I mean, outside of something like Avatar, but it was in that era, and it got one single season. It was the revival of Thundercats. That was fucking probably
oh
one
my
of the
god, that was
best
good.
drawn, most gorgeous fucking cartoons that anybody was doing at the time. Period. It was very well drawn. The story was fantastic. The voice acting was good, and they didn't even. They scheduled it all over the place, so you could never catch the episodes. Like, it was just a complete and utter mess, the schedule of it. But if you like sit down and watch it all in one fell fucking swoop or multiple episodes, because I think they did 11 or 12 episodes, it was fantastic. It was so good. And then they just said, "Nah, fuck it." It didn't sell. It didn't sell any toys that they didn't even have. I don't even think they had toys out at the time, but the excuse was that they couldn't really market it outside the IP outside of the cartoon, so they just stopped making it.
Yeah, the same
So
thing
there's
happened with
really awesome
Symbiotic
ones.
Titan. Also got canceled. What you were saying, Gray?
I was saying they did that with like a bunch of these. That it sucks that there's like these
They did.
one-off seasons.
Yeah.
There's this really cool one, Scavenger Rain. It only got like one season, but man, it's this awesome kind of existential, weird sci-fi one. I love that one. And then Common Side Effects is made by the same people. That it's an HBO cartoon.
Yeah.
Weirdness, but man, I don't know. I don't think any of those are catching on. Sadly, I don't.
Symbiotic Titan got canceled, and that was a Gendy Tartakovsky program. And
That's too
technically, it was
bad.
Tartakovsky's
co-collaborated.
awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Gendy had a falling out with Cartoon Network hard or something, man.
Yeah.
because they cut him right the fuck off.
You know what the excuse
God, imagine
was?
what we would have got with his Clone Wars too, dude. Oh,
You know why he got mad at them? Because they canceled this show because the toy sales, right? Oh, we needed toys. But Gendy's like, why don't we make toys then? Oh, well, it's girl. You have a girl character. We can't sell that. What?
Gendy never had toys for any of his shit though, and it
Yeah,
always did great for them. Dude.
Excluding the Star Wars because it's George Lucas property.
I
Yeah.
never got into the show because I thought it was for losers. What about Ben 10? Didn't Ben 10 have like a sequel series where he was way older?
Yeah,
They
and
did-
they made
they-
toys.
yeah.
They made
It had
toys for
two
those
sequel
things.
series. And then it had a rebirth before the current era of rebirths, where they went back and they did the show again. It did pretty well. Man
Yeah,
of
they're doing-
Action.
they have a
that was
revival
actually Joe
comic.
Kelly.
They have a revival comic,
Yep.
and if it does
have a
well, they
revival
might bring
comic.
back the show. They might
see,
bring it back.
Again, yeah.
Because Warner Brothers, when it came to those DC shows, I think the executives were mad that fans liked the cartoons, which they always deemed for kids, more than their live action attempts. So they purposefully put the shows at bad time slots so they would get bad ratings, so they have a reason to cancel it. They were jealous that the DC fans liked everyone mostly likes the animated stuff because it was very good. Like, it was very,
Yes.
very well done. Minus,
Very
some
well.
lows here and there, but it was very good. The executives think that cartoons are for kids. And they're like, this is my own personal theory. I'm not saying I heard this anywhere. I think that's why they always got rid of the shows. They just couldn't stomach that live action stuff was weaker than their cartoons. They just couldn't stomach
You want
it.
to know how? I mean, if you want a good insight into how they think, go read Bo DeMayo's thread on the shit he went through with the X-Men '97 series. Like
that one right there proves it too.
I was like impressed. Like I'm like, okay, he's being fucking raw. Like he isn't like he's given up on going back to work in Hollywood.
Oh, Bo
no,
definitely likes it raw.
I'm sure he
No, but there's also another example of Young Justice got canceled.
They wanted to bring that back.
They did, but they canceled it again. Though they had it on HBO Max, but they fucking canceled it.
Oh God!
After 2 seasons,
I don't know, dude.
And Justice League Action
It pulled up for me after the 3rd season on Young Justice. Really, it got far away from what it should have been, and it just became Teen Titans at some point.
Well, that's basically what it was. It was like another variation.
Young Justice was like actual teen, like not really teens, but superheroes like Robin and Impulse, and Superboy, who were like, I don't know, 13, I think, in their iterations at the time. Like they weren't quite as adult as Teen Titans. Like the comic book itself that Peter David wrote for 100 issues was mostly these very youthful characters that went off on kind of just like very kid-friendly adventures. It would have, like, Young Justice, they should have just called it Teen Titans after season 2 or 3, because that's just what it turned into. They're all dating, and
it should have been Young Justice versus the Teen Titans. They split off. They have like a civil war. They're like, no, I believe the Young Justice view. No, I believe in the Titans view, and they go their separate ways.
A lot of them ended. What happened with most of the characters from the Young Justice they had at the time became the new Teen Titans, or Teen Titans in or the early 2000s. It was, the cast was super. It was when Jeff Johns took it over the book, and it was Superboy, it was Tim Drake, it was Cassie, whatever the hell her last name was, as Wonder Girl. It was all the characters that came from Young Justice. They were just now older. They were 16 or whatever.
Yep.
It was more teenagery.
Also, Justice League Action, which I liked. It had potential, and they canceled it. Yet Kevin Conroy coming back as Batman.
Yeah, you barely got to see that one.
Yeah, they cut it under. It's like, and it was like 15. It was like a short. It wasn't even a full 20-something minutes. It was literally 15 minutes, or 11.
Also, recently, remember, people just forgot about this when it dropped. Remember that Wonder Woman game that was supposed to be like an open world RPG, like the Batman Arkham games, and we saw the one cinematic trailer. Yeah, they had a cinematic trailer for it, and apparently that was the only thing they ever got done on it, and nothing else ended up happening.
The same thing happened to the Dark Knight crossover game that would have been a sequel to Batman Begins tie-in game. There was a trailer made, and I have the DVD as proof. Mm-hmm. It was a teaser trailer. They didn't show everything. All you heard was like certain grim, dingy spots, like the insane asylum and all that. And then you hear Joker's laugh, and it said "coming soon." The Dark Knight, the video game,
dude,
and nothing came of it.
Nothing will ever be worse than that shitty animated Injustice movie they made. Not only was the animation ugly as fuck, they just ruined Injustice. That could have been like a That could have been like a fucking 10-year animated yearly thing.
It could have been a TV show. It could have been a TV series, like an Elseworld story of like, what if Superman was evil, being a dictator to the world.
And then that's what we got. That steaming hot pile of ass.
It had nothing to, and then they retcon basically Superman being evil by putting him in the void and having another Superman take his place. Can you believe that?
I did. I watched Dead.
And they got another Lois Lane from another happy ending. Everybody, like, that's not how it works. Lois is still dead, and that's not the Superman in this universe.
Hi, Savage Wife. Your wife's white?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that does happen.
Yes.
Goodness gracious, you let her come into your space in your manhood?
No, but that Injustice movie, they changed so much.
I hated it. Dude, the first scene, I was already out on it. With the way they killed Flash, I was like, I'm done. I just hate the fucking movie. I literally just hated it just based off that. And then the Shazam shit. Oh my god. I just couldn't. It literally might be one of the worst animated movies they put out, barring Batman Hush. That was a pile of booty. Batgirl, the one with a Killing Joke. If you literally don't watch the filler, it's actually a fine movie. It's actually a very comic book accurate movie if you don't watch that filler. But
you know,
wait. You're saying
crazy?
if you take out the non-canon stuff, it's actually pretty accurate.
Yes.
Huh.
I
know what's
doubt.
crazy?
What's funny is that you could just edit that one scene out too, and it does remove most of
The
everyone's
negative
complaints
connotation
about
with the
film.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy about that though? That was the first DC, and I would even say superhero animated movie, at least for the DC and Marvel stuff, to show cocaine in a superhero movie animated.
Because I remember
They had
they added
cocaine.
that filler. Remember, they added the filler because they wanted to have a big theatrical release. Then Warner Brothers, like 2 weeks before it drops, goes, no, it's going to have a limited release. Then just why not release it the same way you release the other ones on just VOD, which is why they got a ton of sales from releasing them. I was like, fuck this. Warner Brothers is just the king of L's.
Warner Brothers is too
L's.
scared. They're too scared to pull the trigger because of Mask of the Phantasm, but they rushed that.
Another one they rushed. Another one.
That was supposed
Yeah.
to be a direct to video or
Mhm.
air on TV as a movie.
Because all of them are essentially direct to video, and that's how they made the money to keep making them. Because there was enough money that they made.
Back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Back
Also,
in the
there was an unreleased Bane movie. Do you know that? Like the Mr. Freeze movie, that was supposed to be a Bane movie because they wrote the script and they animated a little bit. And they told me, can you change that to be Mr. Freeze? We can't do that. We have to start from scratch.
Oh, Lord.
And that's what they did. So somewhere is an uncompleted Bane movie in the vault.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, go ahead, Savage.
Back in the day, like VOD, which was basically DVDs, VHSs, whatever.
Yeah.
That's where movies made their money. They never they never expected to make $1 billion at the box office. They sold physical media that made considerably more than the films. Like physical media sales were the large that's what everybody wanted their cut on the back end, because that meant physical media sales. That's where that whole ideal came from, of getting the back end deal of the back. You got a deal on a portion of the physical media percentage of the movie. It wasn't even just the ticket sales or the back end of the box office or something. People didn't care. It was like, I want a piece of physical media because that's where you're going to make all your fucking money. And now that's why everybody's trying to get their cut on streaming, because they're shoving everything on streaming, but and trying to kill physical media. But that's what it always was. Is it was never expected that the box office was going to get you that big old pile of cash.
Also, comedy movies, right? Certain comedy movies didn't do well theatrically, or they barely made even. So the home video / rental, like Blockbuster Hollywood, that saved them. They were able to make their money back.
Dude, I don't need to see. I don't like Tropic Thunder is an exclusion, but like let's say, what's another one, like Old School. I don't need to go to the theater to see Old School. I watch that.
Superbad.
Get drunk watching.
Superbad.
I would say
I would say Superbad is a theatrical comedy movie that I'd want to watch in an actual theater.
Yeah.
MSK, nobody cares though. But so
oh god,
the problem with comedy.
Goodbye. Whew, God, we fired him.
A lot of them where comedy's just not going to be that $1 billion movie. It's sad and it sucks, but a lot of the ones that we know of that are hits, they're hits on DVD or because cable kept playing it. But like, if you think of any of the Mike Judge ones, literally, when you think of like the first one, Office Space, well, I guess Beavis and Butthead Do America was actually popular, but his non-Beavis and Butthead things, Office Space, it really tanked. Like nobody thought anything of it, and like a year later, all of a sudden it had this resurgence. Idiocracy, you'd think that that's such a hit because it's such like a cultural staple. It was literally in theaters for 1 week and it bombed so hard they immediately removed it. Like it's just sad, but people don't want these comedies, but man, horror and comedy, they play
Horror?
so different in front of an audience. Like it just jokes that you might not have laughed at. Like, man, it has so much more of a pop. Same thing with a horror movie where, like the entire audience gasps or whatever.
Well, it's not even the
well,
fact that about.
thing about
They're
horror-
great with an audience. Why don't they do it?
Well, it's not even the
Well,
fact
that's
of
the
them
thing.
just getting like $1 billion. It's like some of them don't even make like $600 million or like $500 million.
Well, that's the thing though. If you have and horror's good at this too. Horror works on very tight budgets, like comedy. That's another thing that they have in common. They hit very much. I get what you're saying, Gray. They do hit very differently in an audience, but they're also the kind of films that can be made on a shoestring budget. And while they may not bring in a giant gross of 600 million, $1 billion, they're going to net the studio maybe 100 million off of a $20 million budget. Like, that's still money in the pocket. It may not be a huge amount. And then if you sell it on streaming, if it's popular, you sell your streaming rights, you make your money there. Like, there's
No, for sure.
if you keep the budget small on a comedy or a horror film, you have so much more potential. It may not be a blockbuster making $1 billion, but shit, if you even if you made a comedy that cost 50 million, some fucking how.
For
Casting,
sure.
I would imagine, is where you spend most of it. If you made 100 million on that, 200 million on that, that's 150 million. That's already making more money than.
Well, that wouldn't be enough
the
though.
billion, the $1 billion, the ones that should have been $1 billion and flopped. Those lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
200
better
million.
to have those films. I agree with Savage. It's better to make a cheap movie or a shoestring budget film, right? And then make double or triple if you're lucky, right?
Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
success on paper. And it's not a bullshit lie that you're telling to
I
your
hear ya.
shareholders.
But why would you want to take the time to market and promote that when you could send that shit to streaming? And that's what they've been doing recently. There's been some really funny shit out there on streaming, and you can watch it in your house. Orange just brought up Happy Gilmore 2. Well, that's not necessarily the most hilarious thing. Like, that is kind of Netflix's thing. But they have taken a couple of them to actual theaters before, and I don't know. Like that, what the hell is it called? The K-pop Demon Hunters or whatever.
I was going to be released
My
actually.
wife let me know that it'll be out this weekend. So
Yeah, they said they're going to re-release it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
They're
it
doing a
is something
second
that started as a
re-release.
Netflix show, and now they're releasing it as like sing-alongs, and then they're actually releasing it in the theater. That's awesome. Like, good for them. Like, that's fucking awesome. Maybe that
Well,
could work, but
And it's funny because Sony actually made the movie, gave up on it, and
Gave up both
like,
rights, Savage, actually. The
because they-
music
yep,
rights,
they
because they're a
didn't do
music
anything.
company, and the movie.
Yep. That's amazing that Sony gave up the music rights too. That blows my mind that they
Yeah.
I don't know how they missed that mark so hard, but Netflix doesn't
Yeah,
give a shit.
Universal
Hey.
owns the music rights. Universal.
Oh,
owns the-
really? Wow.
yeah. Which
So
is
Universal's
crazy.
Kinda
with
like-
it?
it reminds me of MSK in the way that, like, he had such talent here, but then it just kind of, just slipped
The
away.
only way
Makes
the only
sense.
way I see Sony doing another sequel to this, right? Because they are, or do a spin-off television series, right? Is that they basically gonna say, no, we do the sequel, you have to give us some of the rights back for music and TV. We don't want the whole thing, but we want partial rights. They will
Yeah, they're gonna have
probably
to
do that.
something.
They're gonna have to do something like that.
Netflix would do it
comply.
because, yeah, they're gonna have to do another one of these. And it's, in all honesty, it's probably the single most popular girls property that exists right now, and it will make bank. Women love it. Little girls love it.
Yeah, little
It's-
girls love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
Well,
fair,
how my
I-
wife loves it, man. Like, it's
yes, dude. So
pretty
does my
decent.
wife.
The animation's good, and goddamn, the songs are earworms. Like, that
Songs-
golden thing is stuck in my fucking
Whoa,
head.
whoa, you guys have wives?
The damn soda pop
Yes.
one, dude. And frankly,
that one too.
they're not nearly as annoying as the fucking ice, fucking Frozen. Frozen. annoys
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, the Frozen
Well, the cold never bothered me anyway.
the Frozen stuff was so
not even that.
overhyped. At least the K-pop thing
It
is like,
was.
if I'm going to like a restaurant or I'm going to a party, I wouldn't be embarrassed listening to some of those songs on that movie.
Yeah, my
Because
teenage
you
boys-
can dance to it, you can listen to it, you wouldn't feel ashamed, right?
I would. I'm not a loser. I won't listen to that gay shit. The fuck?
No, you should feel more shame, MSK.
But yeah,
Like,
and
if
then
you're a dad and you do that with your daughter, you're gay. You're automatically
No,
gay.
no.
Yeah, see a girl being like, "Why is my daddy a loser?" Fucking
And
hell.
Come on,
you know,
man.
Gray, to your point, there's another show that I found recently, a comedy show. Shane Gillis does this show on Netflix called Tires. Not bad. It's
I
got
love
the,
that, man. Season 2
it's
is awesome.
pretty-
I love
decent.
Stavi, the dude who plays the manager of that place. Just everyone in there is awesome.
I'm like, this is actually a decent sitcom. Like, and they've been dead. It's a dead medium. Like Shane Gillis is doing good here, and hopefully it goes on for a while for him. They get a few more seasons out of it. But yeah, the medium is the medium of the sitcom is dead.
There was an
Amazing
attempt
to see that.
by Pete Davidson to have Joe Pesci as his dad in a comedy drama show, and it failed. Probably because the money didn't do well, and also Pete's like, "No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do a second season." So they got canceled.
That was interesting. Well, and that's the thing, though. You do see a lot of these one-offs on there. It's Netflix will make a deal with just about any creative with half an inch of clout to their name.
Especially if they've got it made already.
Well, Cobra Kai,
show up shit already made. They're ready to go.
Technically, Cobra Kai. I know this is not comedy, unless there's some comedic moments here and there on the show. Cobra Kai, they call it
Penis Breath.
Yeah, they call it right. They call it a Netflix original. It technically isn't. It was originally a YouTube.
It was
series.
a YouTube Red, man.
It was YouTube Red.
Yeah,
it was not
YouTube trying to get into streaming, like studio produced streaming content, not bedroom produced.
The last 4 seasons, right? You could say it's Netflix originals, but it's like technically it's not.
It only ended up there because it only ended up on Netflix because I think they paid Google a shit ton of money for the IP, but at the same time, Google gave up entirely on being Apple TV.
They wanted to be a television channel and all that shit, but they realized this costs too much money to produce an we're already advertising YouTube videos.
Wild because Apple does it like just cuz, and Amazon and Apple TV are just out there piling out. To be fair, mostly trash. But they're still getting it all produced, and it's simply like it's like a tax write-off for these companies because nobody's showing up to watch these things. I know that there's been some decent stuff on Apple; they've got some clout there, but the vast majority of it, and then Amazon, almost all of it is trash.
It's
a good
just the boys and Invincible.
The Boys and Invincible, yeah. Those are the only.
The Grand Tour was great. The revival of BBC's Top Gear is the Grand Tour. Those were fantastic.
Remember when Amazon paid for that movie with Chris Pratt, The Tomorrow War? I watched it. I liked it. I thought it was pretty fun.
Well, Amazon also has Batman Noir with Nick Cage dropping, I think.
Yeah, that is coming. It's coming out at the end of the year, I think, or it's next year.
Spider-Man Noir, yeah. You know why they did that? You know why they did that, Savage?
They canceled Silk. I remember that.
Yeah, they canceled Silk because probably they couldn't do an animated series with Silk. Because the thing is, Disney owns the rights to anything animated, like movies and TV shows.
Well, that's what amazes me is that they're doing Spider-Man Noir at Amazon. That makes me question it because I remember when
they've done some kind of cool shit.
The Batman, they have done some, but not a lot.
They've fucked up some things real hard. But Orange Avengers brings up like Fallout. I liked it,
Fallout
but
wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
I understand it strays from the lore, but I don't know. I really like the way that they kind of made it very cinematic. I dug what they did with the ghoul, but we'll see. They could always fuck that up in the season 2. But there's other fun ones. Like there's like the male soap operas, like Reacher and stuff. I don't know. I like those. I know it's stupid.
Reacher's good.
Criminal List.
Criminal List. The thing is with Amazon,
but yeah.
The thing with Amazon
Jack
is
Ryan.
Like if they don't, with the exception of the stuff that we just named, it's hit or miss, right? They just bought 007 property.
Hopefully, they didn't buy it. They own MGM. They bought the whole MGM studio.
No, they bought MGM. No, they had to buy it from from Barbara Broccoli and her husband. Because the MGM deal wasn't included with the James Bond stuff. So Bezos had to buy more. Had to spend more billions to acquire. He didn't care. He's like, no, I want 007.
Yeah, that's why everyone was having big doubts that Amazon could do 007 justice, was because they had no faith.
Well, are you sure, man? You've seen what they did with Lord of the Rings. I mean,
oh yeah, man, that's instilling confidence, right?
Also, they bought Highlander.
No, it just sucks.
They bought Highlander to reboot it.
But are they going to do any better with that, man? They had Rings of Power. They fucked that up so hard. They had Wheel of Time. They fucked that up so hard. I don't trust them with Highlander. I don't think they can do fantasy, but let's see.
No, I
I
don't think.
supposedly
I don't trust
Henry
Warhammer
Cavill,
either.
he's still being a part of the project. I hope it does well, and I agree with you, Gray. They have a terrible track record with things like that.
Especially with British authors.
Yeah.
Or cigarettes,
Yeah.
I saw what they did with the Batman series that they did. That's what makes me wonder about it, because I know that Batman series, Warner Brothers passed on it because they knew it was going to be shit.
Or Amazon gave them a buttload of money for
Yeah,
it.
well,
And
I
it-
would do
yeah,
it too.
Amazon-
they furloughed it to them because J.J. Abrams had a hissy fit. He's like, "What the fuck, man? You hired me, and you're not doing." And he's like, "Okay, fine, JJ."
He should have no reason saying that. He is the most fucking hot potato hopper in Hollywood history. He literally does it so much. One week he wants to write a firefighter show. Next week he wants to write a cop show. That guy shouldn't be talking any shit. He literally goes wherever the wind blows.
That's the only reason why Amazon got that show, because he bitched about it. He's like, "No, I made this show. We already completed it. We wrote it. We had the voice
But
actors."
it makes me.
Didn't they have that weird one, the like 40s throwback one already? Like, wasn't that
Yeah,
Amazon?
that was the
weird
Amazon
too.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
one.
one was on Amazon. That makes me
And it was
worried about
histo- and-
Spider-Man Noir, because why is Disney passing on that? Spider-Man Noir with Nick Cage seems like it should be knocked out.
Yeah,
hard.
I agree.
Why is Disney passing on that?
Because
They
It should have been animated too.
I think it's
Be
financial.
successful.
And
Because
it should have been animated.
All these guys are losing. I would say outside of Netflix, a lot, and maybe HBO Max, a lot of these studios are losing so much money on streaming. If Apple is like, "Hey, I'll give you $30 million for that," would you not take it? I take it, because the rights are
Probably
back,
more than $30 million. Well, they're already talking about Warner Brothers.
well, Warner
now that the
Brothers-
Skydance and Paramount merger is about done. They're already talking about Paramount buying Warner Brothers. Like, this is already something being discussed.
I heard they rejected that
And if
bid. Didn't they reject the bid?
They rejected it originally because it wasn't enough, and Zaslav's hoping for more money. I can't remember how much he wanted to share, like $40 or $35 a share or some shit cash.
Good fucking.
But
God.
like, but if that doesn't go through, what's very likely to happen is he's going to buy up all the debt, and they're going to start dumping IPs. I frankly, I want to see that. I'd love to see them start selling off different pieces of
David
Warner Brothers.
Zaslav has talked about
People
doing
better
that. That's why
Yeah.
he slashed certain shows on HBO Max. I remember there was a quote he had where he basically said, "What's the point of having all this stuff here if no one's watching it?" And that's true. You don't need to have all that. No one's
Exactly.
watching all that shit on streaming.
That's
services
why they
anyway.
sold Looney Tunes and Scooby Doo to Tubi. People are watching it on Tubi. Tubi picked up Tom and Jerry as well.
I remember that.
They're like, we're going to dump it. It's like Tubi's like, yeah, we'll air that. Like,
Dude,
because people
Tubi
are
aired the
watching
Super Bowl
Tubi.
last year. They're fucking swimming in money.
Yeah, and do you know you know what Tubi is?
I do. Isn't it
Tubi
owned by
is
Fox?
Rupert
It's
Murdoch.
Fox.
No,
It's
Tubi is-
it's
yeah,
Fox.
it's Fox.
Fox,
It's a
yeah.
remnant of Fox that Rupert Murdoch basically cleared his slate of all that IP that was weighing him down, and he couldn't do anything with it. So he could actually see shit down the road. It was always going to be licensing out IP for other people to either use and produce or to just air. Like, Tubi's making hand over fist. Tubi has, and the thing is Tubi has, in my opinion, a better platform for something that's actually streaming with ads. Like, it plays it like real commercials. It hits the TV shows at the proper commercial points. It doesn't cut you out in weird fucking places like Netflix's was shitty, because it would cut in the middle of like just anywhere. It's like they had the play. Yeah, they would fuck up the entire flow of a movie or a show with their shitty ad placement. HBO is kind of better, but their Max app always fucks up, and like, it'll air commercials. Sometimes it'll drop me back to the previous fucking scene or something at the beginning of the scene, and I'm like,
well, this is how you knew streaming
Tubi works so well.
This is how you knew streaming was in a bad place financially, because the point of streaming was to not have commercials, and if all of them have ad plans, that means they knew they needed some money coming in. Because why would you have ads?
This is just the change of broadcast television over to internet-based television.
Yeah.
It was no matter what, it's going back to what worked before, because it did. They thought they could make a shit ton of money, and I mean, South Park did kind of hit on this note, and everyone's going to collapse in, and most of this shit's going to wind up being sold on Tubi. Meanwhile, Hollywood is going to be reduced to Disney and Paramount and
Oh,
I don't know
Lionsgate,
what would be left.
maybe. It'll be
Lionsgate,
Disney. It'll be Disney, Paramount,
Amazon,
Lionsgate,
MGM.
Amazon. No, MGM's owned by Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Amazon MGM that's where MGM is now. So Amazon, and this is the thing though.
Oh, you have Universal.
Amazon could
They'll
just-
still be there.
Yeah, Universal's still around, or Comcast, and whatever they collapsed all
A24
of their
is
stuff
there.
into. But Amazon could tomorrow stop making this shit, and it would literally not affect their bottom line
At all.
Ounce,
Actually,
like
it would
nothing
actually be a net benefit for them to not be in the entertainment industry.
It would be. They're
Remember that
passion
quote from that
projects,
one
like
industry
Bezos and
insider?
Rick Rocket.
Remember that one quote from that one industry insider when Paramount was going through all that money trouble before they merged with Skydance? He was like, "Why are you in streaming? Why was Paramount in streaming? Why? They don't again. They have a
I
pretty
don't know
good
why they're-
catalog, but
Their catalog is one of the better ones now. Like in the last 2 years, they've probably had some of the better, more consistent shows that people have put out. And I'm just talking about what Taylor Sheridan's been doing with them. The money they spend on Star Trek and everything else, burning through millions of dollars on shit that nobody's watching. They need David, exactly like David Zaslav said. Why are we spending so much money on this if nobody's watching it? Like, why even have it here?
yeah, and also I agree with him. If someone's going to give you the literal bag for it for some shit you don't even want to pay for, I'd say that's why I said if Amazon was stupid enough to pay for that Batman show, let them. Why not? What a bunch of dumb fucks. Why I think that was why?
Yeah,
They probably
I'm
paid
just
Warner
hoping-
Brothers like
I
$10 million for that. Oh God. Oh Jesus
They
Christ.
probably paid a lot of money for it, but that's the thing though. I think a lot of this stuff, I think Warner Brothers ends up. I hope that Warner Brothers does end up in a position where Zaslav says, "You know what? I'm gonna start selling off chunks of this company," because I do kind of hope that they. I don't think that they would, because the DC comics have very valuable IP, but I don't think they know how to execute on the IP. So
Also,
I
there's a
don't think
lot
they
of
would, and I could see them do. I could see them selling it to somebody with the money to do something with it. And the thing, somebody with the plan to actually execute on it and actually profit from it would be interesting. And you'd have to make cartoons and content, good comic books, toys, all of these things.
That's
come with
why I
DC,
want Paramount
but
to
they don't
buy
know
them.
how to do anything with it.
I'll be honest. If Paramount does end up buying Warner Brothers, there was a
It's
rumor.
Skydance mostly now, but yeah.
Yeah. So if Paramount Skydance buys Warner Brothers, there was rumors that there's a good chance that they would remove James Gunn, because even James Gunn has talked about this when you had the Discovery merger. He had said the reason why they had picked him up, we know the real reason, but the reason he said was the fact that they want like their own quarterback. They want it in their own version of what they think is good. So wouldn't that happen? So if Skydance merged with Warner Brothers, they would want their own guy leading the DC universe. So that means they just start over again? They would do that because they want it in their own image of what they want the universe to look like. So
In all honesty, I think if Paramount bought it, they probably wouldn't do anything with it, because they would be so strapped for cash after paying for the merger. What they'd probably do is they'd sit on it and they'd make cheap cartoons.
you probably for a couple of years they probably would make cheap cartoons, but the benefit would be that the Ninja Turtles would be in the DC universe. They would own the Ninja Turtles because but the problem is, they would have to create New York, or would they put them in Gotham?
I don't think they merged the two together. I think
no way.
I mean, they've already done the crossover between Ninja Turtles and them, and IDW still has the publishing rights for as long as IDW is still a comic book company.
Yeah, but DC / Warner Bros. Hey, we're together now. Let's buy them off so we can actually have everything in house.
We were going to have
Disney
that
never
as
even did that with their comics, though. They never even brought their comics to Marvel. I mean, you'll see like a What If where they're in there, but I think they still do their Disney stuff through Boom.
Dynamite does it.
Or Dynamite now. Yeah.
Most of the Disney
Boom
IP characters are through Dynamite. So like my thing here is, because maybe in a future episode we'll do this as a topic, because there was the rumor that we just talked about. Like that's a very interesting state. If Skydance and Paramount buy Warner Brothers, does that mean what happens with the comic line? Are they going to just basically restructure it with their own people? And to be fair, that's probably needs to happen for a very long time, but that would be what they clean house, because they want people, because that's how mergers work. They keep like some people, but
they don't keep everybody.
They'll bring
in their own people.
So comics will get an overhaul. The DCU will have a new Kevin Feige.
Who does Paramount bring in to really? I mean,
Bo DeMayo.
You would think so. I mean, be a smart idea.
Not a
You
bad
would
idea.
think so,
Yeah.
but that didn't happen really at Marvel when Disney bought them. I mean, I guess it's a different time for Disney then, but Disney.
I mean, they got rid of Ike Perlmutter. Remember?
People. Yeah, Ike Perlmutter was the one who actually managed to sell their fucking toys. Ike Perlmutter was the one that Ike Perlmutter had them doing quite a bit better beforehand.
Who was the guy who did Pixar? Landis? John Landis?
Oh, John Lasseter.
John Lasseter. Can you imagine you bringing him and Bo DeMayo for the animation?
Not in this climate. Remember the allegations John Lasseter had against him? There's no way.
Yeah, but that was because from what I heard, he hugged or he shook hands with the wrong people.
Dude, you know how these people are.
But if you make a company that only has allegations, who's going to complain on each other? Think about it.
You guys, so what you're missing is that actually John Lasseter, where he landed after that, was at Skydance.
Oh God!
That's just a matter of
so
time,
that
man.
means that he can do the DC Cartoon Network. Basically anything Warner Brothers cartoons, Hanna-Barbera. He would have his own magnum opus.
John Lasseter's accusations against him were pretty
baseless,
soft, and I think most of them ended up being baseless. But I think he just kind of got fucking done with Disney, like everybody else, like Johnny Depp, even after being proven innocent for that shit. They just don't want anything to do with Disney anymore, and I don't blame them.
But imagine that, right? You get Bo DeMayo and John Lasseter on board with the animation side and the comic side.
They could do something with it. You could start.
Would they fire Jim Lee? We know they would bring their own. Would they fire Jim Lee if Skydance took over?
I mean that would be one of the major things. Yeah, I would say you could or you couldn't, because I don't think Jim Lee does anything.
No, Jim Lee only does the comic. He's literally a what do you call it? An ambassador. He doesn't really do anything other than draw here and there.
He isn't even editor in chief. Like, you just need to bring somebody else in entirely. I remember
he's basically DC's Stan Lee if he didn't have the charisma like Stan does.
If he had no charisma, no ability to produce
or promote your product without the money machine backing you.
Jim Lee didn't even care about his own product. He abandoned all of it when
he abandoned.
He abandoned Wildstorm.
Wildstorm. Remember?
He abandoned all of Wilds. Everything they did in Image, he abandoned. He never wrote it all anyways.
He sold it to DC or whatever, and the employees didn't even know. What are you doing, Jim?
And what's his name? The guy who did what was his name? Oh my God, what was his name? Alan Moore. Alan Moore was pissed. He was upset because DC was trying to buy one of the companies that was working with Alan at the time. He refused to work with DC after they screwed him over for him to get the rights to Watchmen back. So when they bought Wildstorm, you got to write stories for us. You're not dealing with us. You're dealing with Wildstorm, and you don't have to talk to our representatives. We'll talk through a middleman, and that's what happened for years.
Yeah,
he's like, okay, as long as I don't have to fucking talk to you guys, good for me.
People, I just don't get, like, there's so many different things you could say about Marvel and DC treating their comic book, like, artists and writers bad, and then you still have people in the industry defend them. Like, they have some weird, crazy Stockholm syndrome. Like, they know the company is complete dog shit, but they will. I'll be like, hey, you guys don't get treated good. They should pay you more money. How dare you suggest we make more money? You fucking communist ragged rigger. You fucking Nazi homophobe. Like, bro, I think you should make more money. I think your work is good. No, fuck you, you fucking no kings Nazi. Okay, fuck off then. Go to hell.
It's in a lot of cultures, MSK. Like even in pro wrestling, right? That Stockholm syndrome environment where you don't want to talk shit about people or say the wrong things. The same thing in anime, dude. Look at it. Doesn't even have to be the animation companies or in Japan. Look at what happened in in America with Funimation / Crunchyroll, right?
Yeah.
With Vic. You try to do something or they give you a position. Oh, I better fuck him over. Chris Sabat screwed him over because he didn't want him to be in the same level as him. That's all it is, man. It's sad, but it's like you have to be like, well, if I don't say anything, maybe they might give me this and I might get more roles. That's what happened with Stephanie Neldami, the voice actress for Gohan / Kid Goku.
If they defend the company, that it actually will enhance their social clout.
Because Originally, she was going to do an interview, a tell-all interview with Nick Rekieta, right, and other places. But Chris Sabat kiboshed that by promising her jobs and to do conventions with Crunchyroll / Funimation. So she never did it. Never did it because she wanted to come back to doing voiceover work with Crunchyroll. So that's in any business, really. It's sad. I don't think it should be like that. But you got people that are crazy. They're mad with power, right? And I heard this before. Power's like a drink. The more you drink, the more you want. And as long
I
as
already have enough power.
No, but as long as you like to take the Uncle Ben approach, with great power comes great responsibility. You have to know that you have this power, but you also got to keep yourself in line. But most people don't do that. They don't keep themselves in line, and
All right.
you can't fire yourself.
I gotta go do something. So we're gonna wrap up here. We're gonna do outros. We'll start with King Style. Do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
I'm going to be on Sci-Fax pretty soon.
Another
and
Cloud Chaser?
Yes.
God.
Tell him I said hi.
I will. I definitely will.
Tell him I said I
Savage.
banged his wife.
He doesn't have a wife, but okay. And I'm also going to be on my
He meant
friend
his
Ken's
couch
podcast.
style. He meant his
Yeah,
couch.
his couch. Got it. I'm also going to be on Foul Mouth Network. My buddy Ken does podcasts on there. He's a good dude. So,
I'm not your buddy. Oh, okay. All right.
well, you are, but he's also my buddy. So,
Hmm.
you know.
You choosing him over me? Okay. Gotta have a
No,
gotta-
I'm not doing that, but whatever.
I gotta dock your pay. Only gonna get $5 million.
I don't get paid.
You get paid in clout, you bastard.
Jesus. Anywho, that's all I got for now. So, who's next?
All right,
as
Savage Dad,
Goldberg would say.
Do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Sorry, I was distracted by Gray's no Kangs.
No Kangs, no CG Kangs. We should do
No,
that.
no. I think that's meant to be no Master Swag Kings.
Oh God.
I was wondering if you'd make the connection naturally, but fair enough. Yes, that is how
Oh,
I
Yeah,
intend.
God.
I'm sorry. I blew
Dude,
the.
we should do
the
that.
punchline,
Dude,
Gray.
the people that are not in Comicsgate should do that. They should do a no CG Kangs comic book together. God, that would be hilarious.
There you go.
But no,
No.
Savage Dad, do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Let's see. I'll be doing commuter convos, usually doing them Tuesdays and Thursdays these days, mornings and afternoons. I don't know if I'm gonna have one tomorrow. I'll probably do a different stream tomorrow. I might just do a game stream. We'll see what's going on. And then Thursday, I think this week, actually, Make Me a Sandwich has moved to Thursday night. So I think we're moving over there. So Thursday nights will be on Make Me a Sandwich. And then after that, I'm kind of busy. I don't know if there's going to be a Rogues Gallery this weekend, but I won't make it on it because I'll have
Are you gonna
a
come out
house full
Friday?
of children. My son's having a sleepover. No, it's my son's birthday this Friday, so I'll
Choosing
be
your son over
out.
me. Okay, got you.
Yes, exactly. Just
as he
consider it
should,
me
as
going
he
to-
should, because that's
Oh.
his son. So,
Oh, my dad never did that. Oh God. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes, your dad chose milk over you, MSK, and he'll
It
come
was-
back someday. I swear.
It was Marlboro cigarettes and Skittles.
yeah, packs of cigarettes. Yes.
Marlboro cigarettes and Skittles.
Marlboro cigarettes, Skittles, and an Arizona iced tea is the way the
A
legend
grape
goes.
Arizona iced tea.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. I'm always about to do something, and then
Are we
maybe
doing a
nothing
show
at all.
Sunday?
I have 3D print streams. Do you want to do a review Sunday?
I get off
Have
late.
you read Yaira 3 yet?
No, because the problem with Sunday, dude, I don't get off at 5 o'clock like I used to. I now get off Sunday at like 8, and I get home like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So
Oh,
reviewing,
so yeah,
yeah. So we could just
It's
we'll have a
late,
show. We'll
we'll
just
see,
do it.
maybe.
Well, because we'll start at 9. We'll go for like an hour. Probably talk about how fat and ugly Ethan is, or something like that. I don't know.
That's always funny. Or
Uh,
how much Dan Lawless is racist
Retarded?
against purple.
I'll
he's
just say
retarded.
retarded, but that works too. Yeah, so we might have a show Sunday. I'll try and get something done. Maybe I might bang my wife. Who knows, honestly. But
I mean, your
all
couch is not enough, MSK. Give it a break.
so if we have a
Those cushions
show,
aren't lifetime warranted.
so if we have a show, we'll do it at like 9 o'clock. Is that fine?
That might be all right. We'll see. See how the weekend goes. I have a house full of children all Saturday night, so
You heard of the protection plan?
no, they're my kids having a sleepover. A bunch
No,
of
no,
kids
no.
over.
You heard of like pulling out?
Yeah,
Oh God.
I don't do that though. I'm married.
Oh God. Yeah, me too. I'm married. I'm getting my socks pregnant. So, Grey Poupe, do you have anything planned coming up that you would like to let your audience know about?
This audience? Well, okay, the audience is cool. I usually like to
The
not
chat is
tell
awesome.
MSK about the streams, but yeah, as long as we're talking to the audience, sure. If you guys just can't get enough of me, of course, unfortunately, I'll be back here this week, but Thursday I'll be on YouTube at That Darn Kidda's channel for the Thinkers every Thursday night. It's an international panel.
Could put
I'm
a
pretty
good
sure we're
lot
gonna
of
get.
good shows.
Yeah,
You're
I
on
I
here,
think
and
we're.
then a panel called the Thinkers. Like it's such a it's such a vast crevasse. Great.
It's the opposite of this. Sometimes there's females. It's on a females channel. Yeah, it's just plus, we can actually get guests there.
I'm gonna need a link to watch that because that'd be a cool panel.
Oh
to
no,
watch.
I didn't agree to you watch that, and I'd agree to him to promote this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't
But,
know that it said that in the contract.
Oh, it's a good time. It's an international panel. You get kind of an international opinion. Usually we disagree about everything, but can leave somewhat amicably. So if that sounds fun to you, you want an international opinion, I think we're doing the No Kings protest and the memes that followed. I think there's going to be more, but yeah, check that out Thursday. And then Friday, people have been asking for a better panel show. And you know what? There is one now. What you need to do is go over to the Last Panel 1 at YouTube and check out Lap's new channel. Professor Savage Dad has been there. It's a better channel. Some say it is the superior channel. If there were kings, it would be voted king of the panel channels.
Yeah,
So anyway, go over there, check it out. I don't know exactly what our Friday night panel is, but rest assured, I'll be there, and so will Lapsed. It is the MSK All-Stars.
Yeah. And
It
as
is,
you
yeah.
guys know, for myself, potentially, if I'm feeling good later on tonight, I'll do a game stream of League, Yu-Gi-Oh, or 2XKO. And tomorrow I have a game stream before I do the one-on-one with Left Eye Ego. It's going to be his first appearance in the show. I had Left Eye Ego on my original Batman podcast, my original channels. We haven't talked in a long time, so do a one-on-one with him, and then at the Cloud9 podcast at 8 p.m. PST with the Mr. Blank. So that's what I got coming up. So, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Go
something.
ahead. Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
probably gonna Wednesday if I am gonna be on. That's a big mystery. I have no idea on MSK. I'm probably gonna be on here Wednesday, depending on the situation.
So don't we all?
Yes.
Are you pregnant? Are you planning to become pregnant?
I'm sorry. I'm
Make
not
sure
Arnold Schwarzenegger from that movie where he gave birth to a baby. So no.
No, it's always those pill ads. Don't take this unless you are pregnant or plan to become pregnant. Side effects may vary. Call your physician. We've all seen the big pill ads. No, even if you're not
I don't think there's any pills they tell you don't take unless you're pregnant.
That's true.
Could be
So,
wrong.
If King Sal's
Maybe
not
prenatal
here,
vitamins?
if King Sal's not here, we'll have me and Warren and Gray. So the original trio of amigos before we let in this leopard man. So we still have all of you guys. Savage Dad and me should have a show
Jaguar
Sunday.
man slash
A yak-
Panther man.
A yak jaguar. No, you're a Black Panther. There you go. So as you guys know, for myself, recap once again tonight, potentially game stream if I'm feeling good. Also game stream early tomorrow afternoon, one-on-one with Left Eye Ego, Cloud9 podcast, Wednesday, MSK show, Thursday, I think I'm doing either the Spectacular MSK then or a game stream, I don't know. Friday, it's the show with me and Lunchbox Warren, and Saturday, it's me and Laps Comic Fan. We do our show. So that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show, and we will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.